I'm invisible today, but hi everybody. Guess who forgot to turn on their own camera? Is it me? It's me. Don't mind me while I go get dressed in front of everybody. Don't mind me at all. It's fine. It is not one of my streams if there is no scuff. If there's ever no scuff, that means there's a problem.
Everyone.
Anyway, hi everyone, and welcome back to Run the Flood, our ongoing Shadowrun 5e game here on Table of Horrors. When we last left off, our party finished their, or at least I guess attempted to finish their night of vacation, if you can call it that, gaining themselves a new friend, drunken enjoyment, and finally culminating in the next day, where Morningstar actually got to make up with their mother. And Jormungandr did in fact reveal that she's not dying, apparently. Snake biology. As we open up now, another day has passed. Everyone, you've all kind of, gotten up your normal way. Jason, though, appears to now be ill. He seems actually sick. And he basically gives the line of he's going to stay in bed for the time. Also, I would like everyone in chat, please give Noskavian your well wishes. He is actually ill, and we love him dearly, and we want to make sure he gets better and safe. So, as we start this morning, Cloudy, your comm link goes off.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead. It rings for a little bit before I stretch and properly wake up. Might be a little bit hungover from last night, but answer the call regardless.
Hey, Cloudy, it's Icarus. I have a job for you if you want it.
What time is it? You look over at his comm link.
It's I'd say like he called you at like 7:30 in the morning.
Icarus, you got the best timing.
I do, don't I? Anyway, do you want a job? Are you looking for one?
Yeah, could probably use one. What?
Good. So, the little bit of information I can give you, completely up to you. Up front, this is going to involve some wet work.
Son of a bitch.
It's only a single person that needs to, not. That's as far as I'm aware. But the Johnson in question did want to make that, upfront obvious. Now, obviously, given that, I actually have a little bit of a preview on the price. As Mr. Johnson's apparently very eager to get this done. It looks like for all the group, as long as everything is done, Mr. Johnson gave me a baseline number of $5,000 and says, depending on certain other factors, they would be willing to pay more, and that's each. Cloudy, that's each.
So $25,000 for Jesus Christ. Okay.
It looks like they didn't give me anything, but even I was like, that's a lot for just a simple thing, apparently. Because they were like, oh, no, it's just a simple thing, and then gave me that. I think the target may be somewhat important. I'm not sure, though. Johnson wants to speak to you all directly, as they always do.
I'll talk it over with the team, see whether everyone's down for it. Because this already stinks from the word go, where why'd you call this early in the morning, Icarus? God damn it. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. I'll take care of it.
If you want, if your group decides to do it, just shoot me a text. I'll shoot you the address to meet the Johnson at.
All right. I'll pass it along.
All right.
I'll try and get to you within the hour, but we'll see how awake everyone else is.
Have a good morning. Get some coffee.
Oh, I'm gonna have quite a bit of soy calf, don't you mind me.
And he hangs up.
Mhm. Uh, and Claudio will probably spend at least another 10 minutes just flopping back onto his bed before he finally rolls back out.
You up uncomfortably early. So
Well,
it's
after a big drunken shenanigan last night, yeah. Yeah.
all right. It's 7:30 in the morning. What's everyone doing right now?
I think that Morningstar is like in that in between state of awake and still asleep and is like half hanging off their bed. Their tail is like slumped over, bandaged. They feel sore. They're just like, you know, um, in a state really. And they're like attempting to hide from the light that's peeking through their blinds. Basically, needing an excuse to get up because they have no motivation whatsoever. They're so tired. Um and and I think just like all of the stuff emotionally that's been going on is finally fully hitting them. So they're just like, "Yay, mom's alive. Also, might have a second mom because I'm pretty sure she's with Lotus." And but then like, I also hurt my friends like a fucking idiot, like So just going through it first thing this morning. But that's yeah. I think their door is like also ajar because they didn't quite shut it all the way. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I figure Mojave, as he's been crashing on the couch in the living room, the windows, it's not a place meant for sleeping, so the sun wakes him up early and he just rolls with it. Probably already up, knocking things together, work on his hangover cure.
That's absolutely fair.
T is definitely in the gym. Probably running, because there's no point to working his fucking arms these days, right? It's all cardio, core, and legs. So he is definitely overclocking the shit out of whatever treadmill system he's got in there, and is overdue for a shower. And probably shortly after, camera pan gets off the damn thing, turns it off, and is using the hallway bathroom.
I think once there's actual like life can be heard in the apartment, Morningstar will get up, and they're just like trudging very slowly to the kitchen for water, looking like SpongeBob, just water.
Jesus.
I don't need it.
Just
I like
going
to
through it,
imagine-
you know what I'm saying?
As I said, because we were all out drinking, Mojave's the doc. He'd already have like a couple glasses of water set out waiting for people as he's brewing the the dose of detox.
Yeah. I think it's there's this like moment as they see the water on the table or wherever Mojave's put it, and the thought of like thank whatever possible deities exist for Mojave, and like it's chugging down water. Um, yeah, we'll probably see Mojave doing his thing and be like, "You doing okay this morning, Mojave?"
Yeah, I'm doing all right. How about you?
I am in pain, but I think I deserve it, so it's okay. I'm fine.
Sort of
good.
chuckles and nods, but does not say anything to
Yeah.
contradict that statement.
Yeah. Good news. Mom's not dying, so I am holding on to that.
Yeah.
Uh, I did hear that 404 has husband. Yes, I didn't make that up in head. That was a thing. That did happen.
No, yeah, that was a thing.
Okay. Cool. What are we going to do today? I mean,
I never know what
last
I'm
of-
doing until we're doing it.
Cue very
Okay.
heavy boots down the hallway toward the kitchen area.
her tail subconsciously curls underneath the table. Like, don't step on my tail, you know.
Oh, hey, it's
No-
a morning.
Morning. They'll snatch up
Morning.
your fucking whatever the
Mm.
God. He just picks it up and he gives it a look of like, what the. He drinks it though. He knocks it
Yeah,
back,
yeah.
chases it with the glass of water, like literally double barrels it. Puts both glasses down at the same time.
Thumbs up from Mojave.
Oh,
I start sipping the detox.
key lime? Why do I get key lime? What did you do?
Don't worry about it. It's not.
Oh.
It's not the ingredients that's important. It's about the fact that it works.
Okay. All right. And then he moves towards the closet next to the front door and is like pulling on his armored coat and his hat.
Are you going somewhere?
I am.
Okay. If you need anything, reach out.
I'll be back.
Claudia will go ahead and stumble down the stairs.
Morning, Cloudy.
Look over.
Morning.
Morning.
Jesus.
Oof.
Yeah, you look rough, buddy.
Well.
You okay?
Yeah, no, I'll be good. Mojave,
Okay.
please.
Already there to offer glass of water in one hand, cup of detox in the other.
It's the
there
alcohol
any-
shakes after where you're like, please.
Kinda. So go ahead and do the detox. Do the regular one. Kind of like
And don't forget to
Find some extra
hydrate. The
little mint,
detox.
pop
The
that in.
detox gets rid of the symptoms, but it doesn't actually do anything for your liver.
Right.
Yeah,
Continues drinking water.
we got a call for a job before I look over at T is already dressing.
Oh,
Unless you got something you gotta do.
I'll be back unless it's time sensitive.
Didn't seem like it. That involves wet work. And I was gonna ask whether everybody was alright with that.
yes. I mean, paid, I assumed.
Was
Very-
that right? That's
Paid oddly, disturbingly well. Which
How much?
means 25 grand baseline.
That is a fair
Split-
bit.
That's
split
rent.
between us.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the catch?
So-
Aside from the fact that we're killing people?
Someone worth that kind of price on
Why
their
did-
head gonna
why'd you
have
say it like that?
security.
Because I don't.
What? I just saying like that.
I said it like that because I don't do it.
Your throat warbled. Why'd you warble?
Because I don't kill people.
That's okay. There's other of us who do, so
Yeah.
you won't have to do that. So why is it suspicious? Is it because of, I don't know, place that it will occur, target? What are we? Why are we suspicious?
Potentially
Price?
both. Something
Oh.
worth that much is usually worth the price tag.
I mean, there's the thing where we don't want to. We want to keep a low profile because of all the stuff we got going on, also. So if this is something that ain't low profile, we should be careful.
Right. Okay.
What time did you want to go? Or do you even need me for it? Because you guys don't need me to be there. You can go do your thing while I do my thing.
We could talk about it. We can talk with the Johnson, get what info we need.
I can always send you a
Uh,
file. Once we
mhm.
Yeah.
talk to Johnson, I send a file with details. So
Then we can go
Yeah.
ahead and find out whatever details we need. While you're busy
Uh,
doing whatever it is.
Really quick, did we? No, because you texted that. You didn't like. It wasn't like on a phone call or anything like that. Okay. Okay,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I didn't know if like we already.
Yeah,
knew
he was like
what-
peak shitty mood and was like, "Fuck this shit, you and me, bitch."
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Hey. Look out for my message. But also, if you need me to like look up anything while you're out, let me know. Okay.
Yeah, if it's anything I can, booble, sure.
All right. Stay safe.
Yeah.
Put his hat on, head out the door, looking like fucking Raphael from T2.
Oh, a question, Softy. Does he still have bruises around his neck?
After the magic healing, I can't imagine.
I don't
Right? Like,
know
the
if
healing
magic
would've gotten
healing
rid of it?
actually gets rid of bruising.
I might-
Okay.
You should.
If it
Okay.
does, then yeah, you're healed. He doesn't have bruises anymore.
Okay. Cool.
It's like it never happened.
But it did because I remember.
Only the emotional
If
scars
anything-
remain.
If anything, the more surface the more surface level it is, the more likely it is to heal up first.
Oh, it wasn't surface. I almost crushed his throat. It's fine though. The bruising's not there. That's
There
what
would have been some
matters.
metal cording in there that might have saved him.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, lovely. Okay, yeah. I think once I've had the water and the detox and I'm feeling not as fucking physically
Warmed over.
dysfunctional. Yeah. Morningstar will have a quick shower, get changed into some like athletic gear, have their own armored coat on, just in preparation for whatever we're gonna do. But yeah. Probably munch on some soy snack.
Soy snacks at your local stuffer shack now.
Yes. Probably also, I mean, I'm sure Mojave's on it, so never mind. I was gonna say we probably like put something together for Jay so that he can like eat while he's
Oh yeah,
dying of
you
it.
know it.
Yeah.
If he is
Yeah.
not getting bombarded with suspicious soup, like
Yeah. Word. I
Suspicious
think
soup.
I think I also will leave Madari with Jay so that, Madari can keep an eye on him.
Madari does his normal, as you send him off to do that, like walk up the stairs, turns around, does a salute, and continues his trot up the stairs.
Love him. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. So job, we've got possible job, but also some point this week I need to visit 404. She's going to help teach me some, stuff that I can do better regarding my technomancy. So at some point I will have to depart to take care of that, but I don't know how long something like that will take, so I figure we get job done first, then I go help. Or I get help.
yeah, I'm along for the ride. So
Okay. What do you think T is doing?
I don't know.
And Spinning Table of Horrors logo. T, you make your way off to the address that Starry Eyes has left you. It's kind of off in an area, even in this early morning hour. The area that she sent you to is pretty empty. It looks like it used to be warehouses, but it's kind of been left where now it's just sort of a little part of a flood wall and empty lots. And you actually, like, even, coming up and walking through here, you actually see her first. She's not hiding or anything. She seems to be alone. It's just sort of her, white hair behind her. She's in a very lovely pink sundress. She looks disturbingly innocent for the kind of things that she is capable of.
Can I press Y to doubt and take a look around for elevated gunmen and other goonery?
Yeah, would you like to roll perception?
Please.
Please roll perception for me.
3. Literally my limit. All right.
You do a very good look around. You do your best, and you don't see anything. No one at sniping positions. There's a car near Starry Eyes, but as far as you can tell, it's very small and empty. So it seems like her car, and she just drove herself there. But yeah, you don't see anything.
All right. He will get out of the car, pay the driver, tell him to fuck off, and head towards Starry Eyes.
You shut the door and you begin your walk up, and about halfway to her, she does sort of turn very quickly. She looks at you, and she sighs and turns around, hands kind of placed on her, I guess, on her front, clasping her hands. She's holding one for comfort, is the best way to put it. She does not look like she's looking forward to this conversation. T, you wished to speak with me.
Yeah. You want to do this out here, or...
I would prefer it out in the open.
Sure.
Besides, I've done scans. There's no one in the area. Matrix-wise or otherwise.
What's in the box?
Okay, so, not even gonna let me apologize first. All right, the box holds memories from a long time ago. That's all it really holds. It's the emotional side of those memories, things like that. It's not the most stable thing. I made it when I was much less experienced, and it's not really something I can easily repair or anything. I thought I could before, and I couldn't. Not without serious damage to your mind.
Did she make you install it?
No. I sealed the box because you asked me to.
Okay.
From your confusion,
Why did I do that? Oh, I don't remember.
I figured that it's not all the way broken yet. It's a very long, complicated story. Can you, to figure out where I have to come from, can you at least tell me what you've remembered so far?
Oh, I remember the Thunderdome. I remember lullabies. I remember you as a small child crying. Everything else is kind of in and out.
That makes sense. I think those were some of the last memories that got put in the box at the time. You already obviously figure out that me, my brother, and you were all at that place at the same time. We all took part in the selection process. You were always the star pupil. You only lost 6 times. Out of, I think, 107. I think my brother lost 50 of those fights to you. I lost 4. Till they stopped putting me in the fights. And instead put me in the computer.
Okay. I did really well. Why did I want you to install the box? There's got to be a reason.
It was supposed to be the day of, I guess you could call it, graduation. Mononongal decided that the best way to test her graduates was to have them assist in cleaning up the leftovers. You had me install the box to break her order. You got through about, I think, 20 of us before you got to Carter and I, and you stopped. And you asked me to put the box in place. You already had a data vault in you. You were going to be a storage as well. But I reworked it to hold other things. But her orders were so ingrained, they were attached to so much. The lullaby you remember, they were her orders. They got into your head and they make you insane. They break
So
people.
this.
Yes.
So this. He'll tap the back of his head.
Yes.
That is all that's between me and losing free will?
No, I wouldn't say that anymore. Mononongal's orders, they do fade. She hasn't gotten a hold of you anymore. She can't re-up them. That's originally why I did what I did. I realized you didn't recognize me, and I realized back then how much of your memory I took away, and I don't know, I did something very stupid and tried to fix it. But I realized I messed up. It was so much was taken away that if I broke it or I tried to fix it, it would overload you. The slow drip here is stable, at least. You'll probably get your memories back over the course of a few months. I don't know if
What
the
happens
emotions
then?
attached to those are coming back to you or not, but
I don't know. What happens when the slow drip's done? The box is empty.
box will be empty and you'll have all of your memories back. Everything will come back to you. Everything that happened, everything you did, everything all of us did. And she gets, as she says that last line, she kind of looks, even though, like, Starry Eyes is seemingly blind. It's from her eyes. You can tell that she doesn't look at people's faces. She does, though. She drops her head and, I guess, does the equivalent of looking to the ground as she says that last line of what we all did.
So, it doesn't matter if it breaks or not.
I mean, yeah, it's already broken. It's already started.
There's no value in fixing it.
No. I don't even think there's a possibility of fixing it.
Saves me time, I guess. Okay. That's what I wanted to know.
That's it?
Yeah, you made the box, so who better to ask?
She looks a little confused, but like she's almost tense and then relaxes her shoulders. I'm not going to lie, I really thought I drove to my own execution.
I don't know what to say to that.
Huh.
Other than I guess you're valid.
I also should tell you, she thinks you're dead.
Okay.
You cannot let her ever... If she finds out you're not, she's going to come back for you. And she will kill everyone around you to get to you.
Okay. For what?
Fun? That's how she is.
Because I'm her good boy? What is that? Why?
I mean, you were, as she referred to it, perfect. You were...
Well, hey, she's pretty sharp. She might be onto some shit.
No, she is not.
I don't
She's
know.
a fucking monster.
You thought you drove to your execution. Not a lot better.
I guess I just sort of assumed that... I don't know
blow your
how
brains out when I got here.
I don't know. I didn't know how much of your memory was back, or if you
Let me
seem
ask you
so.
this.
What?
He leans in really close. Is there something in here eventually that's going to make me want to kill you?
I don't think it would make you want to kill me.
Okay. What is it? If it's not going to make me want to kill you, just fucking tell me.
She gets this look on her face, like a child. Like her face goes a little sour, and she turns away from you. And she's just like, it doesn't matter. You don't need to know about it yet.
So you're not going to tell me.
I don't tell you.
You're going to wait till... No! I just don't want to remember this while I'm taking a shit.
Well,
could we do this now?
okay,
Please?
look. Fine. It's about you and me.
Okay.
I think, oh God, I don't remember how old I was. I think we were 15 or 16, maybe. We were teenagers.
Alright, already not going well. Yep.
I mean, it was
Uh-huh. Yep.
that.
Pretty much it's what I think it is, right?
Yes, I assume.
Alright, fuck it. Alright, fine, yeah. Okay. Alright, thank you. Alright. So, she has no power over me, right? She's not gonna say some code phrases and all of a sudden I'm under thumb. That's not a possibility, right?
I don't actually know, but I don't think so.
Okay. So we should avoid her.
Yes. At all
Not for
costs.
my sake, but for other people's sake. Like, it sounds like she'll be fine with me.
I mean, she may be displeased that, I don't know, that you have any of your emotions back.
Right. Okay.
You were kind of supposed to be as empty as she is.
Okay. Do you think it's possible make an improved box?
Like a brand new one?
Yeah? You
What?
said this was bubblegum and duct tape, right?
That's about the equivalent of what I could do back then.
Yeah. Okay. Because here's the thing. I lost some things back then. I don't want a lot of it back. Anytime the box takes a shit, certain things start bleeding back. And I don't want them.
What don't you want?
Give a shit. I don't give a shit about what happened back then. I don't care about you, or your brother, or her, or any of that. I went through that stuff, and I got certain things out of it. And I don't want to lose those things. Part of that, which bothers me immensely, is when the box starts tweaking out, that fear starts to bleed back in. And I don't feel that normally. And if that comes back, then everything I went through didn't mean shit. All I got out of it was some arms.
Her face like fully contorts and she just looks so confused. That's what you want? You want me to seal away that for your sense of fear?
It's already gone, but it's coming back. I don't want it. I don't need it. I do not benefit from it.
It's gone
Can
because
you
of
make
me.
You were that terrible?
No, it was a casualty. I mean, it technically
So it's not
I
coming
was
back?
okay. There is something that maybe you'd want to kill me for.
Okay, all right. Do you want to have a seat? Shall we grab a bench somewhere? Can we?
No, I don't want to
Okay.
sit down.
Okay.
I
I mean, standing's not going to help you, but sure.
makes me more comfortable.
Hey, if it makes you feel better.
Sat down for too long in my life. I was the computer, okay?
Yeah.
I got turned into the computer. Every single thing recorded, I had to go through. I had to make it.
Crazy.
And then I had to play it back in every single one of us. So I
Okay.
was the reason you lost that sense.
Okay. Why do I keep getting faint aroma fear off myself? Faint wisps, echoes of it.
I don't
Anytime
know.
the box trip.
Because fear is healthy? You were supposed to have it?
Can you make a better box that makes sure that doesn't happen?
I can't make you a monster. I just won't do that.
So you're able. You're just not interested.
Yes. I was made to make monsters, and I don't want to do it anymore. I'm not going to do it again.
That means I gotta find someone who will.
No one else
Okay.
can do what I do.
You're very full of yourself.
I'm not full of myself. I'm just the one with the training on it.
Here's the thing. I'm not afraid of taking that risk and it going wrong. So, if you think you can do it safely, please, by all means, help me out. Not, I'll just shop around, see what happens. Maybe it gets
Oh.
better, maybe it gets worse, right?
Well, at least I know the box didn't change your fucking personality.
I guess not.
Can I at least have time to think about it?
Yeah? You could either do it correctly or, yeah, think about it.
Fine. Fine.
Thank you
Even-
so much.
God. You're still an ass. And she just walks past you as she heads towards her car.
Damn, she's still valid. That's crazy. I'm gonna let her go and just head in the opposite direction and call myself another car.
As you call yourself another car, she has not left the parking lot yet. As you pull away, someone on like a black motorcycle comes just screeching into where she is. Like you see them in the back as you're driving away, and getting off the vehicle, like no helmet on, did not fucking care. You can see that it's Starry Eyes' brother, and he looks
Oh sure,
pissed.
I bet. Oh, I'm sure he was shitting himself the entire time. That's fair though.
And you drive away as he disappears behind part of a wall, and well, obviously you don't see what's happening.
Yeah. Yep. I will text probably Cloudy with just like I'm on my way back home unless you want me to go somewhere else. And that's wherever they're at that point. We'll see.
We will
Yeah.
spin over to the rest of the group because while T was having this meeting on a little farther point of this town, Cloudy, I assume you texted Icarus and he has texted back an address. It is a warehouse downtown.
A warehouse.
Yes, Mr. Johnson's the address to meet the Johnson is at a warehouse.
Okay. Guess I'll get in my car, my tiny little jackrabbit, and oh wait, that's a two-seater. Call for a cab.
Just wrap scales around the top of the jackrabbit. It's fine.
I was gonna say I could
Jesus
ride in the
Christ.
trunk. It's fine.
No, I
That's
imagine
not legal, but considering what we're about to go off and do,
Is
that's the
anything
least
we
of
do
my issues.
legal?
Oh, right. No, I think
Yes?
if anything too, because I'm very massive. I think like Morningstar would call a cab, just so that like
Yeah.
he's not riding around in his own car, especially if we're gonna meet up with the Johnson and like things might get shisty. So let's just, make this as anonymous as possible. So I'll have called a car to come get us.
So you all get yourself a nice Boober XL. It drives through the city. By this point, you really only took maybe 30, 45 minutes after you kind of woke up, which was just a little bit after. So it's maybe 8, 10 in the morning. It's still kind of early. There's not a lot of traffic out. You enter into downtown, and it's deserted. No one is out at this time. Like they've all left by 4 a.m. and anyone else here, yeah, you know what? Maybe they're not having the best of days.
Right.
You drive through the deserted downtown, past turned off neon lights, even passing at least within eye, like view of the Diamond Stallion, but you go, cornering around towards the warehouse district. You get there, find the warehouse you need to go to, and you see right out front of this warehouse, there are 3 cars. There is a large black car that, even from, it's clear this is an armored vehicle. It doesn't have external armor plating, but it's way too thick to be a normal large car. The other 2 cars are a impressively nice sports car, especially for being in downtown. And the other is a Jackrabbit. You see that the Jackrabbit clearly has been sitting there for a while, as it actually has dust on the car itself, while the other 2 are clearly much newer. Do you all head into the warehouse as normal? You have anything to say to each other before?
Give me a second. I'll drop into Astral and
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
Take a
spy
peek
with my
in.
magic eye.
Would you 2 please roll me a sensing?
come here. Me and my magic sheet.
Yeah.
Come here. Where are there's my skill? Only a 2.
Well, I will give Mojave. You see everything. You have it that inside of this building there are 6 people. 3 of which are, well, 2 of which are clearly mages. 1 of which is an adept. You see at least 2 people have definitely cyberware to their bodies. They're obviously not the adept or the mages. I mean, yeah, it's just 6 healthy, normal people. And, I mean, Cloudy, you basically get something similar to that, just a little less information. You see a little bit of magic. You see, both of you see Watcher Spirits hanging around the top of the, just a little floating. They in the Watcher Spirits appear like little lanterns.
And I guess just vibes wise, kind of on edge because this job is kind of like question mark, question mark, question mark. Is there any indication that any hostile sentiment might be going on?
No, mostly just bored.
Okay, cool.
Maybe like one person in there is nervous or antsy.
So the mages and they don't know highly cool. I don't, but Mojave would. Are they equal to our magic? Lower? Higher?
Equal. One is equal, one is lower.
Okay. And the adepts?
Technically lower.
Okay. Okay.
So it's
Oh,
none of these people
Cloudy just
seem
having this little whispered mage conversation as we're walking in.
Oh yeah.
And
Scale's
like,
just in the
yeah,
background like, I'm here.
telling the things. I'm like, I can't quite get past through the ambient. Can you tell just how potent they are? Like,
Yeah, it's kind of glowy, like the same kind of glowy you are, Cloudy. A little bit less, maybe.
When
like
all that is
just as
happening,
bright.
I'm looking for obviously a host on the Matrix. I'm just looking for a host, and then if there's any like cameras, active cameras on this building or anything like that. I doubt there will be, but just in case.
No, this building has no host. It's just hooked up to the regular grid. You can you see that it's got a simple kind of lock around its power, but that's about it.
Okay. So nothing
inside though, you are able to you just can tell that there's an icon on the inside that's a lot more You know what? It's a lot more 3D than some of the ones for comlinks. You have a feeling this one might be for a
I see.
deck. So this seems like a decker.
I see. Okay, a decker might be here. I think just as they're like having that back and forth, I just very quietly interject that there's a decker somewhere in there.
There is
But
no
that's it.
resonance,
Like, I just-
by the way. You can just tell there's no resonance here at all. So there's no
Yeah,
no
so
technomancers.
Yeah, so I just let them know like I'm the only technomancer in the room, basically. But I give them that sort of like just very I imagine they're sort of walking ahead of me and I just kind of lean forward so I'm in between their heads, whisper that, and I lean back out. You know.
Okay. So long and short of it is, if something goes wrong, book it.
Thumbs up, nod, nod, nod.
We'll leave their cars alone for now.
That's the good shit right there. Immediately like, do we do something to the car?
I mean, you never know.
You never know.
In case we gotta hack it and get into it and run. But no. Leave them alone for now.
You all enter
We got a
through
decker. Yeah. Go ahead.
It's fine. You all enter in through the main doors of the warehouse, which have been pulled open, just enough for a person to go through. On the inside, you do not see 6 people. You see 3. And Mojave and Cloudy, you are aware that the other 3, there was like 3 in the center, and the other 3 seem to be all the way at the back of the warehouse. Somewhere either near the back door or behind something. But right now you see 3 people standing at the center. A dwarven woman, clearly Japanese, standing there in basically a power suit. Flanking her are 2 large gentlemen who are both Oni. One a red Oni and one a blue Oni.
Cool.
There is just a raised eyebrow at the Oni, but since they are flanking the blatantly Japanese priestess, or Shinto priestess, I guess.
She's in a power suit. You don't know she's a priestess.
Her watcher spirits were lanterns. What do
Yeah,
you
okay,
mean?
and yes, she is in fact the mage that is equivalent to you. The blue Oni is the one who's lesser, and the red Oni actually appears to be the decker.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mojave just strolls in with his most "I am a fool, don't look at me" smile.
And I am full on business. I will go ahead, offer a small bow. Probably not proper, but close enough. Actually, hold on. Do I know the proper bow to this? What's my etiquette? What's my etiquette? I have 1 rank in etiquette. Oh boy, I might not.
I mean, who knows?
As he's trying to be proper, I'm just waving hello.
I think I'm good. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good. You know the proper etiquette here.
Okay. All right, so I will go ahead and give the proper bow. I don't know the language, and I would insult her if I tried. But good evening, Mr. Johnson. Afternoon, Mr. Johnson.
She steps forward, and I'm not going to be doing any kind of accents over here. I'm not that crazy. She steps forward very calmly, looks at you, and goes, "Ah, good. Icarus sent you, correct? Your cloudburst, right?"
He did, and I am.
Perfect. I heard of some exploits that you and your little group has done from a friend of mine.
Well, I hate that my reputation precedes me. I like to have a bit of subtlety in my dealings, but as long as you heard good things, I suppose I'll make do.
Oh, very good things. I think you're going to be able to assist me in my efforts, as it were. let me get down to... wait a minute. And she kind of counts. 2 are missing, yes?
They are. But they very rarely have anything to do with these sorts of meetings. One is brute muscle, the other one is, well, tech support.
I see no issue here. So, let me get down to the brass tacks of it all. I am in a position to be elected a CEO of, and hold on, if I can remember which company I'm looking for.
Eyebrows are immediately raising.
Don't worry.
Mojave's
Do not worry.
know on the
Not a Big
inside,
10.
yes.
Not a Big 10.
Double A? Single A?
Oh, there we go. Fucking, that's right. Don't laugh at me, Claudia. Miko Technologies. It is a AA corporation that was in Japan at one point, but after getting pushed out by a few other places, has attempted and successfully gained a HQ here in LA about 10 years ago. So pretty powerful, just not mega core powerful.
That's pretty okay. They've bounced back in the past 10 years then. All right.
Yes. They bounce back real hard, real fast.
Ah.
You've heard of it, I assume.
I have.
Perfect.
Am I to assume that you're going to be addressing your potential rival?
Yes. As well as clearing a pathway, as it were. My rival is the current CEO. It seems some things have remained in our company, including some older traditional ideas of passing things on by blood, which personally I think is foolish, especially on a corporate level. But hey, didn't want to listen to me.
While she's speaking, can I don't know if it would be local rumors or whatever, but could I maybe try to find out any whispers about this company that perhaps they don't want to find the light of day?
Its headquarters is in LA. I'll let you use local rumors. You'll get rumors, but hey, yeah.
Yeah. Just to get a kind of an idea of what we're dealing with here. What I get? A 4.
So you get some rumors, some old, some more, a little more recent. Some of the older rumors talk about an accident that occurred on a plane, stating, it's a little odd that this private plane had an issue, and that was the old CEO, who was a very older man, and when he died, his son took over, which caused some uproar due to the fact that the son was kind of considered a bit of a... Well, he was only 18 when he took over the company.
I see. Okay.
Yes, he is currently 23.
Okay.
All in all, the company has been doing okay, but while the old CEO is in place, it was having a meteoric rise, insanely fast, for 10 years and that much increase. When the son took over, it did not go down, but it did stagnate.
So it's not done any better or worse than before the old CEO passed. Okay.
Oh yeah. More recent rumors talk about that, the son's been, it's tabloids. The Sun's cited at local parties and bars and, living that rich kid lifestyle. And there's a little couple things about how, there was supposed to be a grab for some space in Seattle. But for some reason, that contract fell through. And some people believe it is the reckless nature of the Sun, due to the fact that the company that they were basically pulling a short-term contract with to, take a fraction of some land was Renraku, another Japanese company, who's a much bigger. That's one of the Big 10, and to lose that kind of contract is excessively damaging overall.
Right, and I'm sure there are people on a board somewhere that are not very happy with this young man.
Oh, absolutely.
For the deal in Seattle, do I have a time frame of when that was supposed to happen?
Yeah, the rumors
within the year. Or...
Yeah, the rumors are kind of a little more vague on this because it was kind of a back alley thing. But some people say it was anywhere from 3 weeks ago to 2 weeks ago. So they got within a week time frame. So this was very recently happening.
Okay. So basically, reckless Playboy son took over the company, may have killed his dad, who knows. Took over, is kind of using the thing so that he can party, live that rich boy lifestyle, and it's now looking like people a part of that company are trying to deal with him.
Yes.
That about sum it up?
This seems about right. Yeah, that's about all the rumors kind of collectively. Just a bunch of infighting in a smaller company, and
And he ruined a deal with one of the Big 10.
Yes.
Okay. I am slowly, not slowly, but I'm compiling this bit of information into a file, so that by the end of our meeting, it gets sent to our whole crew, minus Mojave, because he doesn't use the technology. But,
I can't read.
Right.
You'll print it out for him and then burn it later.
Yeah. So
Still can't read.
Yeah, could help him. There's pictures, you know what I mean? Yeah, I am collecting that information for our crew to have.
Oh, absolutely. Where was she at? Oh, right. So, sure you're wondering what the exact job specifications are. I have two parts of the job. One is the main. The other is a bit of an extra, and you have two ways of dealing with that one. One is I need you to kill the CEO. And I do need it to look relatively accidental. If you just want to get rid of the body, that's perfectly fine. Throw him out the window, I don't care. Just little cleaner. The other thing is, there's a safe in his possession. In it are some files. I need them, or I need them destroyed. That's it. If you remove him, that's the $5,000 down for each of your party. If you manage to bring me the documents, let's say we add another $1,000. But if you just destroy them, $500.
How important are these files to you?
She kind of pauses and she just looks over to you. Extremely. At least, their removal from public view is extremely important. I've worked a very long time for some no-name brat to remove my work.
Make it $2,000 and I will guarantee you get the files.
That would be negotiation.
I don't know if I have any negotiation. It's
I
not
don't think you do.
necessarily
That's Cloudy's.
a skill.
That is 100% my job.
Yeah, I will look to Cloudy for as like a it's me
Well,
putting out an
Yeah,
offer.
if you want to
but,
try to,
you know,
if Cloudy can spin this.
an extra grand just to make sure they are in your hands and your hands alone, that not even anyone of our group. I will pointedly look at our little
yeah,
sealed and delivered,
I will not.
and
to this.
potentially add a little bit of extra for. Well, it is a CEO. Either extra for scouting fees, or if you have a layout, I will ask for no more. For wherever building layout, home layout, any data you have previously that would assist us.
Roll negotiation for your extra money.
Mhm.
While I collect her info that she can give you.
That is a 4.
An itinerary would work as well. I'm sure he has an
Mhm.
assistant who knows what he gets up to during the day and night.
At the
That
mention,
information alone.
Itinerary.
the mention of an
no.
assistant, she rolls her eyes and just looks disgusted.
Ah, that
Yeah.
kind of assistant.
He has an assistant?
Mhm.
Unfortunately, the little brat doesn't like to stick to any itineraries, especially any I give him.
But
Let's see.
he is close to this assistant.
Depends. He's gone through 4 in the last 2 weeks. He gets bored easily. On the note of your money, I've made a decision. 2 grand. If they're delivered to me, completely sealed.
No
And though I
problem.
can't give you an itinerary, I can give you, obviously, photo, full description, his car, and at least I got a picture of his last 4 assistants.
Perfect.
Good. That should do.
I will send the information to Icarus. I'd rather not have a lot of info with you all. I hope you understand. When you've finished the job, just ask Icarus and he'll call me.
I do have a question, however.
Yes?
If we can get him to you alive, would you like any last words?
She pauses. And she thinks about it. And then she smiles. Yes. Actually, you can manage to get him to me alive. We could discuss a little extra for that.
Very well.
One more question. The last one. Does he have any kind of guard?
Oh! A lot. A lot. But it does get a little bit dicey when he goes out on his little parties. You can only bring so many people into the clubs he likes to go to.
Okay.
And what kind of clubs are those?
Ugh. I don't know. Look around downtown for 5 minutes. You'll basically see all of them, including that disgusting, what the fuck's it called? Something horse?
The Diamond Stallion?
That. Ugh. I don't think he's
Bobby's
been there in a
face
while.
has not
but-
wavered a little bit. But dare I say,
Same.
his smile is unwavering.
There's a couple
I think
others.
like as the time is
Downstown gets mentioned.
yeah, as soon as it gets mentioned, the only thing that you can see on Morningstar's face as a reaction is just their pupils narrow. But that's it. Because the rest of them is like a statue.
Yeah, Mojave's doing his best. There are no lights on upstairs impression.
Yeah.
Either way, I can't tell you whatever will hit his fancy whenever. But I can give you what I can. The reason why I'm paying so much in the first place.
No. No, fair. Understood.
Well, if you don't have any other questions, I have about 3 meetings today.
Then I wouldn't want to take any more of your time.
Good. And then she just sort of walks with her 2 guards. Like, I mean, they are on this woman. Like, no one can get in near her. She walks by you and starts heading out. And right about that time, you all hear like the metal like of a warehouse door being rolled up. And in the back, you see like light, and then they roll it back down, and that's where the other 3 dudes were.
Got it.
And then, yeah, Mr. Johnson leaves you all. You hear both the cars' engines rev up. Gone.
Only once they are
Okay.
well and truly gone, and after having confirmed that there are no cameras, Mojave finally lets a disgust show on his face.
Yeah, there's like the thing where Morningstar is just like, okay, so she wants us to kill this reckless CEO. I sent files to you, Cloudy. T will also be receiving these files in a moment. All the things I found out about the recent history. Apparently, man fucked up a deal in Seattle with Big Ten company. What is it called? And I say the name. And
Renriku?
yeah, Renriku. So apparently, Miss Ma'am is not happy. She wants to get rid of him. Take over. Sounds to me like he's just a young guy who had given too much power. There is possibility he killed his father, but given this woman's disposition, it's quite possible she took over. She killed him, and thought she'd be able to take over, and was unable to convince others.
I'm a doctor. I'm not. I might not have been to school, but I took that oath. And I
you
don't
will
know
not
if this
have
is
to
the
break it.
kind of thing.
You won't have to break it, Mojave.
And that's part of why I arranged a live capture.
What's the difference if we turn him over live versus if we kill him ourselves? He's dead either way.
I have a feeling he's dead whether we took the job or not.
Yeah.
I will say right about
There are
now. Sorry.
No, you're
Claudia,
good, you're
you
good.
got the text message from T.
Uh,
And T, you're also in the warehouse district downtown. You're less than 5 minutes from them.
Easy peasy.
right around the corner then. Shit.
Yeah.
Alright.
I can be there in 5.
Mhm. At this point, you would have received the local rumors with like a little sort of commentary attached from me saying like, this is a very like feels very weird to me. I guess we're gonna take it because the price is good, and you'll also get the amount that we're gonna be paid for the whole deal. But
Yeah, Mojave's already sitting on the ground, just kind of shaking his head.
Yeah. The text back you get is just T and then 8 S's. It's just. That's all the
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. You get a gift that's like back, you know.
Entirely sealed documents. That's 30 grand. Him back 30 grand plus more.
Oh, she'll not know the difference between sealed and not sealed. I intend to know what's in the documents, but I will seal them up nice and pretty, so she will not know.
For fuck's sake, Scales, have some professionalism.
Scales.
What?
I don't like any of this.
No. Mm,
You're not even a little curious?
Of course I
I
am.
am, but 5 grand's enough for me to not be that curious.
Oh. All right.
Don't go all shadow broker on us. That's not what we need you to do. All right.
All right, fine. But what
Thank
is
you.
that? What does that mean? What does you're gonna have to let me know. I don't.
Sure,
What-
I'll help.
I'm like, what the fuck is a shadow broker? Yes. Look, I'm not exactly keen on it. It's a lot of money, and I'm happy to do a job for money, but I don't know. It just seems kind of silly, you know? Like, it's just a young guy who's, like, stupid right now.
I know
I'm
we're
not here
killing
to do a
stuff today.
corporation's dirty work. Yeah.
Oh, no, you'll be there to patch us up after we do it.
Mm-hmm. Just, you know, it seems silly. Seems like nothing that, like, a good, like, scared straight conversation couldn't handle. Of like, hey, big guy, you gotta be the man now and do the.
We're not getting paid to give him a fucking pep talk. All right, hold up, 30K.
Okay, you're right. A lot of
We are
money.
being paid to make sure he does not pop up again.
The look
If
on
we
Mojave's
make-
face right now is he's just sort of poking the ground. Just he's not happy.
Yeah.
If we can make sure he never comes back to LA or uses his real name again, that is an option.
Do you think that's even possible?
I'm just thinking
mean,
my
I can-
brother shot me
Body.
full of holes.
Keyword
Oh,
on reckless CEO is reckless. Hold on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why why Morningstar's response is like, is that even possible? Because, you know, she says, I can get him fake identity. I can scrub his existence, and we can put him somewhere, right? But
Mhm.
if this is someone who's impulsive and reckless, he will tell on himself.
Mhm.
And he's hanging out at the Diamond Stallion. I don't know, man.
That's when T will walk over. Just let me kill the fucking kid. It's fine.
Yeah, well, you know.
Don't know if I can help with this one.
Not even a sleeping potion?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep my chunk of the
Um,
pay too. The money's not worth it to me.
Sure.
I am very much like looking at Mojave, and I'm thinking about what I know of Mojave's like the basis of Mojave's whole existence is a scenario just like this. Um,
Yeah.
And so, you know, Morningstar's pretty conflicted in that sense because, like, on the one hand, you know, like Morningstar said, is very much like this just sounds like an idiot kid who just needs to be told to like get his shit together, and maybe you got to scare him a little to do that. But like to kill him seems so extreme.
And in
I
case I
also
need to
don't
go
miss
ahead
my
and
friend.
remind a lot of y'all, I didn't shake on it.
Okay. So we haven't taken the job yet. So there's wiggle
Well,
room.
I think
There's wiggle room.
she thinks we have.
she's
That's
under
tough to say.
impression.
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. We probably should have left this warehouse with the Watcher Spirits before this conversation. That was
Oh yeah,
more
no.
a thing I had
This
meant to
this
do.
was assuming that the Watcher spirits left with her because like otherwise that's not. We're not having this conversation where they can see. Mojave is aware of that.
Yeah, I'll say that Mojave, you were
Okay.
very specific of making sure. Oh, there's no cameras. I assumed that was also make sure the Watcher spirits left.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, because
The other
but yeah,
option is, I mean, look, I don't care what we do as long as I get paid at some point for something.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Especially if you didn't shake on it. Okay then. If we're not on the job, then
yes. I have a question for DM.
Yes?
Is this a scenario where she sent us at least half the cash first and then we'll send the rest upon job completion, or
She did
was
not.
it just like
She is
Okay,
all will
just
be
need-
delivered on job completion.
okay. Interesting. Makes me feel even more sus about her. Okay. Yeah,
We
I
didn't
don't
ask
fucking
for it,
like it.
and this type of job, where I wouldn't have, if that had been arranged, it would have been effectively, we are taking this job, full stop.
Yes.
There wouldn't have been a question if we had taken any money from her as of yet.
well, we can see if her rivals are willing to pay double, turn it around on her, something like that.
We could always do that.
It sounds like y'all hate this bitch, and I don't care who I punch, right? Like, it doesn't matter to me.
I mean, look, honestly, I just see a greedy person. You know, like I don't
I'm a
know.
greedy
She's
person.
like,
Don't hate.
no, it's different. It's different. What I mean is, right? Like she just seems to me like greedy wannabe CEO. Yeah.
Mhm.
And,
Compared
like,
to the reckless playboy philanthropist that didn't earn what he has.
Right, and
Got
I
it because
understand
he
that.
has a daddy and he has a dick? Because that's how these
Right.
Japanese companies tend to work.
I totally understand that. You know what I mean? I get it, but like,
Mhm.
I don't know, man. It's a weird job to me, and
Mojave, can you make a potion so potent this kid forgets who he is, and we drop him on a beach somewhere?
No. Mojave says, sort of looking at his hands and watching how they're shaking a little bit.
I think also
that's-
that like that statement in itself is like, ooh, that's a little bit like Mojave as well. Does not have memories, was dropped off in a desert somewhere. Like it's
Yup.
not good. So you just see like in the background, probably like behind Mojave, where Mojave can't see me, just Morningstar go, you know, like it's not looking good, homie.
Nope.
And Morningstar says, you know what? Look, let's find the kid. Let's talk to him. Simple as that. Let's talk to him, get the vibe. And if it turns out he is just like a stupid guy who, you know, basically got dropped into this fucking job he wasn't ready for, then we make other arrangements. Not exactly, you know, excited to help a company kill off someone who's, you know, none the wiser.
I mean, here's the other option. We could just say no. And just mind our own fucking business, and we know other people.
And then she hires someone else, and this kid's dead anyway.
Well, I mean,
I like the idea you propose where we get paid double to basically take this bitch out. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
like,
if fucking
like that
Junior's
better.
got 60 grand, I'll punch
he's
the company.
CEO of this. Listen,
That's
he's
fine,
the CEO
like-
of this company, so I think he might have 60 grand to fucking bandy about, and it'd
Yeah.
be money better well spent than at the clubs. So
But either way, someone will be dying. And I'll look over at Mojave.
Mojave's just sort of like, his expression, he's only half listening to the conversation, just sort of gaze turned inward, staring at his hands.
Mm.
well, come on. How about this? We will go in car. Let's I don't know. Let's grab a fucking meal or something, and
could
then we'll see where the day takes us. We won't be able to accomplish this thing anyway till later on. So
What time is
let's.
it?
Oh god, it's like not even 11 yet.
Oh, it's probably
Christ,
9 a.m.
Mojave.
Huh? What?
You down to do a little day drinking?
Yes.
I can use
All right,
one.
let's go. I'm here with like a water bottle, and I'm like, oh, day drinking.
Dare I say, Mojave's face actually, like, he is the kind of sober he only is when he's not in the astral in that moment. Like, yes, please.
Yeah.
All right. Yep.
It's
Firm
It's not
but
looking
healthy
great.
clap on Mojave's back, and just like, all right, let's get the fuck out of here.
yeah, and I
Stands
will
up.
have called another car for probably a truck to fit all of us, and we head off to probably just a nice old restaurant, something we can grab a good fucking, I almost said ale like it was D&D, a good beer and
An
a
ale?
meal. Almost said
I mean, I
ale.
might
breakfast
have
beer?
ale. It's a drink.
2 breakfast beers and
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
you just head up the road into the downtown sector, and right about the edge of downtown, kind of leading into Hollywood, but still pretty lower end. You find basically an Irish pub.
Beautiful. Exactly what I want, actually.
It's got all the good
Fantastic.
shit, and it's got breakfast food and of course beer at breakfast.
Breakfast ales. Yeah.
breakfast ales, some steak and eggs.
Oh, that sounds
Beautiful,
good.
beautiful. Yeah. So that's the plan. We head in, get ourselves a table.
You all head in, grab yourselves a table. It's very it's the future. It's some cheesy atmosphere, but they try to hold some, I don't know, a little bit of weird authenticness.
Yeah. Um, I appreciate it. Yeah. I think I'll order us all a beer, get our meals. I don't know what I would have to roll, but I'm interested in. Is there cameras that would be available for me to hack into that might be outside the Diamond Stallion or near? Because what I'm looking for is basically to see like pinpoint when's the last time this kid was in the area.
I'll give a common sense right now.
Okay.
You are aware who runs security at Diamond Stallion,
Mm-hmm.
and it's 404.
Okay.
And
Oh, beautiful.
risking hacking and upsetting 404, you're like, that might not be a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Because if she gets that upset, I'll start embarrassing her with questions about her husband. But
True. I mean,
won't
you do know that there are plenty of cameras inside and outside the Diamond Stallion. If you would like to
Yeah,
attempt to drop in
What
to the
I'll
host and hack.
Well, I think rather than hack, what I'll do is I'll send a message to 404 and to Nero. Did we get a name for this kid? What was his name?
Yes. So, your info, the young man's name was, my god, I'm mixing him up with his dad, apparently. No, I'm not. Neji.
Nate.
Neji Miko.
Neji Miko. Okay. So I'll send a message to them and be like, yo, have you seen Neji Miko around? There's people looking for him. I'd be interested in finding him first.
I'm gonna say it's pretty damn early, so neither one of them immediately messages you back.
That's cool. What I do is I essentially like, because I don't think phones can do this anymore, but like back in the day, you could like essentially adjust your message so it's an emergency message. So rather than like if they have their phone on silent, it makes this loud noise for them to answer the message. Basically being like, emergency, answer your fucking text message.
Yeah, no, you have that set up till whenever that message comes in. You got it.
Okay, wonderful.
So you all, y'all chill out. You get some breakfast, and you're just having a good old time there. And then a man comes in the front doors, very disheveled looking, older gentleman, and Mojave, you actually recognize this guy.
Oh.
Back when you were more commonly on the street, not, running around the shadows like you do here, this man was one of your clients. You used to pass him up a lot of a lot of detox and sometimes some other stuff. Some bliss.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't seen him in a good long while, and he's walking around like he probably needs some detox right now. As he stumbles up to the bar. But he has not noticed you yet.
I'm assuming I know his name.
Yeah, his name Carl.
Okay. Yeah, I think actually upon noticing this guy, I will kind of like excuse myself from the table with my friends. Not saying anything, just go over and quietly, get the guy's attention, say hi, see how he's doing.
So you walk up, he kind of turns and goes, "Oh, Mojave! What you doing
Carl.
out here?"
How you been? You know how it is. You doing all right?
I'm great. I'm great. I had a win in Fun City. I know I shouldn't gamble anymore, but I had a win, and I had a fun night.
Glad to hear you're doing well.
I mean, yeah, kind of. I may or may not have spent it all, but hey, Freak Show Row, rent's kind of optional. I haven't seen you around lately. Where you been?
I've been busy. You know how it is. Here, there, everywhere. Things keeping together?
Oh yeah. I mean, well, okay, so kind of. We've so Frank and Bill, right? They went missing like 3 days ago, and we still haven't found them. Now, those two are kind of crazy, so we think they might have gone down to Fun City, which is why I went there. And then I got distracted because I won really well. Hold on. And, you watch this man, he is trying his best to keep his brain together.
Mm-hmm. There's just the slow, patient, attentive nodding of, I will wait however long it takes for this fella to collect his thoughts. I am here for him.
Okay. I remember. So anyway, I'm coming back home, right, last night. And I end up, I kind of get, okay, so I missed the bus, so I have to walk. And I'm walking all the way through Freak Show Road. You know how that place is at night. How it can get, right, on an off night. So I passed by, Viper's Den, I got that, and I watch him. I saw Frank. And so Frank was coming out of the clinic, right? And he looking bad, man, like gaunt, not looking healthy and shit. So I was like, oh, shit, Frank. And I'm thinking, okay, it's the clinic. Maybe he didn't get some good shit. I hadn't found you lately. So, maybe he had bad shit. So I follow him. And you ain't gonna believe, I think someone spiked my beer. Mojave, I think someone spiked it. Because I watched Frank turn into a cat and ran through a wall.
You saw him turn into a cat and run through a wall.
Yeah, it was fucking insane.
Dang, I bet it was.
Oh, and, sad thing, I guess. Bill's dead. Actually, I did kind of go into the clinic after that, most because I thought I was messed up. And
wait, which clinic's this?
Oh yeah, the fuck that man's name? The gaunt, the gaunt and gay one.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about.
No, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
I can't remember his name right now, but nice man.
Gone gay. Is that Slip?
Right, Slip's love child. That's what those two boys are. That's their secret father. Yeah. He was dead. I asked Frezzy and he said he overdosed on something. Apparently there's some bad shit running around out there. So I actually had some of it. And it's a little like yours. It's weird, right? It's in bottles and shit. Like you make yours. But, bruh, people have been going off on stuff. Like, they were gone. I'm still a little bit losing it.
Um, as I sort of like give this man the companionable pat on the shoulder, can I diagnose him
Yes.
like magically?
Yes, you may use diagnose. Would you like
Trying
to
to remember
roll?
what to click. There we go. I found it.
There we go. I'm gonna honestly give it roll your drain real quick. Go. You're fine. I'll give it here. It's not hard to diagnose this man at all. Not only is he very, very drunk, but he appears to be under the effects of bliss. Like, you know bliss really, really well,
Yes, I do.
and your kind of bliss, and that it's a little different, and he's under the effects of that. And the only thing that stands out to you about it is he's just... There's something wrong, but no matter how hard you look, you can't figure it out. But something's wrong. This ain't the normal, drunkard at 9 a.m. in the morning. Something else is up going on here.
Mm-hmm. Blah, 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 blah. Mojave's just like nodding, listening, getting these vibes. The concern is even more. Mind if I ask, where'd you find this stuff?
Oh, right. Where the fuck was it? Oh, I remember. So we were at that abandoned building, the one where all of us used to hang out and shit. And we were hanging out there, and this guy shows up. Big coat, hood over his face. Maybe he was cold. It's summer. I guess I should have questioned why he was cold if it was summer. It don't matter. It don't matter. I wear a coat in summer. So anyway, he shows up. We don't really see his face, but he starts offering stuff. And at first we were kind of like, hey, all right. But then we were like, oh, what's that? But then, a bunch of us remembered you, and kind of looked like what you give us. So we were like, oh, this is fine. And he was real nice, real cheap too. Like, your price is kind of cheap. So yeah, I mean, I don't remember his name. Did he say his name? I think Bill might have asked it. I remember the guy was really fucking weird. He didn't talk a lot. He kind of made this, like, gurgly noise. It's probably fine, right? Right?
Maybe don't take stuff from him again. I mean, I'm still around. Like,
Yeah, you're still, and he reaches over, he, like, wraps his arm around you, grabs you drunk style. Yeah, we got you, Mojave. We don't need Gurgly McGee over there.
No, you don't need Gurgly McGee.
I haven't. I don't think I've seen him again in like a week. Wait,
Yeah.
how long? My sense of time is gone again. I think I had too much.
Is there any way with having like the experience I do, seeing how like strong the residual magic is, to guess how long he has been under the influence?
A sensing. Roll me a sensing.
Finding it.
Cool, because now you're also going to get his general health.
Yes.
This man is dying.
What? Okay.
He is suffering from basically organ failure. Mixture of liver failure, and he looks like he's in the early stages of heart failure. Like, this man is a dead man walking. He may make it through. He's probably not going to make it through the night.
You know what, Carl? How about you come with me?
Oh,
I
are
am
we
taking
going?
his arm. I am
Oh,
pulling him back to the table.
oh, we're going on a trip. All right. Also, the residual magic. This man has possibly been under the effects of this spell for a week and a half straight.
Yeah, that's longer than bliss normally lasts.
But yeah, you pull him over. So the party, Mojave comes over with this very inebriated homeless man.
We need to get to Frenzy.
Oh, we're gonna go see the doctor?
Yeah, don't you worry about a
okay.
thing, Carl.
Okay. I'll take care of check. And I will get up and with our hostess or whomever and settle our check so we can.
I'll
Carl?
go ahead and take a peek at him myself.
Oh yeah.
I don't get shit.
You don't get shit. I think
oh,
you get
well,
general.
okay.
You get general health.
Yeah.
This man's very, very sick. This man is very, very sick. You got almost the same idea, maybe a little less detail, but like dead man walking sick. He probably shouldn't be able to stand right now. And also, the minute Scales walks by, Carl watches, stares for him and goes, Mojave.
Yeah?
That person is a snake.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a good friend of mine.
You got her number? I like snakes.
Yikes.
Just kind of lets that comment pass.
And then I think he's barely holding on that comment because he's so he cannot stand. And he looks over, notices T, and goes, "Whoa, you're big."
Yeah, these are my friends, Carl.
I'm starting to think this guy might be able to see in 3 dimensions.
You got some wild friends, Mojave.
Yeah, well, you know me.
Is this what we're doing instead of working?
Please, this is important.
Is it?
Nod.
Okay. And he slams whatever's left on his plate and dabs his tusks daintily and stands up.
Dabs
Alright.
tusks daintily.
Fuck it, let's go see
way-
this man with a 3-dimensional vision.
The way T is the most sassy.
I love him. He's so good. Okay.
The box is broken. It'll never be the same.
So, you all are able easily to go to Freak Show Row, which is very much, same way as most other places in LA. It is very turned off. Everything. Neon's dead. Most things are off. There's a couple places that have open signs, but they're like a dry cleaner, what looks like a smoke shop, medicine store, and then obviously Frenzy's clinic.
As we're God damn it, Mojave, why do you have to have gremlins? As we're as we're walking, I sort of just not enough for Mojave essentially to hear me. I say, so you want to tell me what's going on?
Mojave makes eye contact, gives a little nod, and then nods back to Carl because I don't want to say too much in front of this guy. But I think from Mojave's expression, you can see the grin is gone. He is full on doctor mode, and he is serious doctor mode.
Okay, so I can tell it's very bad. Okay.
Yes, and I'd like to Mojave. This guy is not the most stable. I am halfway supporting him, as we are walking, hands on. We are serious doctor mode.
Oh yeah, and
Okay,
about halfway through the car ride, Carl's like, Mojave, I hope I'm not bothering you or anything, man. And he gets about halfway through the sentence, and then he just starts coughing. Real hard, deep coughs.
Oh no.
And he gets himself back a little bit after that. He's like, oh, that was awful.
Get him a cloth from my bag. Is
It,
is there anything right now? Are you in any pain? Can I?
oh no, I feel fine. A cough kind of hurt, but I feel great right now.
Okay, well we're
I
gonna
felt
have
great for
Frenzy
you.
look at you.
Oh, okay.
Don't you
This
worry.
man's got a lung hanging out of his neck, but he feels great.
Okay. Yeah, until Mojave can really give me the details of what's going on, I can't do anything. But like,
Yeah.
as we're when we get to the clinic, Morningstar will help to like support this guy, so it's not all the weight on Mojave.
Oh yeah. So you're all able to go down, and is everyone going into the clinic?
Teal stand outside and fuck around with his phone and people watch.
Yeah, I'll go down into the clinic.
All right. T, you're outside standing guards. Everyone else that makes their way down the hallway, well, the alleyway to Frenzy's front door. The front door is open. There is an individual out front, basically just sort of chilling against a wall smoking. He's maybe a medium build human. Uh, he also kind of looks homeless. A dirty jacket, a couple too many clothes on him. And he sees y'all coming, and he just sort of like, "Oh, come on in. We don't got a line yet."
Give me 3 seconds to take my dog's window access away. I am so sorry.
The dog is losing it. He can't handle it. He's too big. He doesn't want Carl to get hurt either.
Yeah. Oh, precious baby. Yeah, I think in the interim while we wait, Morningstar, we'll just give physical support for this dude. Because he looks in a bad way, and Mojave's seriousness kind of puts Morningstar off.
He looks over to you, and he just like he looks at you a little too long on your scales, just your face, and he just sort of,
Oh,
your scales are really pretty.
um, thank you, thank you.
Driving this man to frenzy.
You remind me. You remind me of the nice snake lady down the road.
That makes sense. She is my mother.
Oh, she had a kid? She don't look old at all. I guess maybe snakes don't age the same.
Do I know how 6H?
I mean, Jormungandr doesn't look that old comparatively to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she doesn't look like she would have an adult child. At most, she looks like she's 35.
Okay, that's right. Okay.
So either because Nagas tend to live a decent amount of time. So it's like possibly the Naga blood's what's kind of keeping her a little younger. There might be other things. Who knows?
Right. I don't know. I think Morningstar just sort of like shrugs their shoulders. They're like, in response to all that, because they don't really know how to interact with people properly.
Oh yeah.
So like the only people they've interacted with is the people they Shadowrun with, and like all the people that they end up killing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they don't really have a frame of reference for how to be normal. And so they just kind of shrug at this guy and help Mojave to lumber him into the place.
Right. So you all get him inside, and Frenzy is in his full-on actual doctor's coat. He's a little more cleaned up than generally when you've seen him. It seems like most of the other times you've met Frenzy, he's not in the middle of his workday. And now he's very much more doctor mode. He still has some of his more magical fetishes on him, because he is still a magic doctor, but he's actually clean hand, he has a full coat on, and he's walking around talking to some patients. And you'll notice that in the room, there are at least 5 beds where laying in the bed are animals. They're hooked up the same way any of the humanoid patients, any of the metasapient patients are, but metahuman patients. These are
Mhm.
like there's 2 dogs. There's what looks like some kind of looks like a deer maybe, a little big.
Here's a question. As somebody familiar with this part of town who, you know, knows the people, knows the scene, do any of them have familiar auras?
Yeah, you actually know all of these animals. They're shapeshifters.
Okay, okay.
Yes, these are shapeshifters. These are technically considered awakened animals. Yeah, they're fully sapient, sentient. They can turn into people, but yeah,
Mm.
no.
Like they're this is normally something that they would do and not say
It's a
what's it?
little
Our
weird.
buddy Frank getting turned into a cat by some mysterious sketchy drug.
Yeah, no. This is they can normally do this. This is technically their
Okay.
natural form. But it is a little odd, as you don't tend to see them take this form often in public.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And none of them seem conscious. They're all hooked up to a ventilator, basically. They're all conked out on a hospital bed. So you all walk in. Frenzy turns around, sees you all, sees Carl, and just goes, "Oh, another one.
Another one.
Hi, Mojave.
Making eye contact.
Oh, you just found out. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we've had an issue with. Come here, Carl." And he goes to, or he looks at him, notices how like unstable he goes. "Actually, you two, bring him over to the bed while I talk."
Okay.
Oh,
And I will
yeah. And as
Yep,
you're
shamble him over.
following him, okay, so I'm too exhausted to even be funny right now. We've had it's shapeshifters and some adepts, some mages, generally low magic, being affected by something in the area. We don't know what the fuck it is, but it's only showing up in the homeless population. That's it.
Somebody's been handing out drugs that aren't good.
Oh god, it's bad drugs. Fuck.
Man's been on bliss for a week and a half, and I don't know what else.
He's been on what?
Wait, what if? Oh, look, I don't know too much about magic and all that, but recently we had the job where part of experiments people were forcefully awakened. A bunch of weird things happened, but what if this is that
You say
in the
that out loud
process
in
of
front of Frenzy? Are you saying it to Frenzy?
yeah, I mean I'm saying it to really I'm looking at Mojave and saying it,
Oh yeah.
but
I wanted to
you know,
make sure.
No, Mojave
but like
is
for
straight
Frenzy's
eye
there.
contact with Frenzy. Every micro expression the man makes is going to be read and evaluated.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Uh
yeah.
he gets kind of surprised by a bliss on a week straight. Like that's
Mhm.
a lot. And then he hears facility and he just pauses and goes, "Uh, put a pin in that. You went to the Az Technology facility in the desert. Okay. Put a pin on that. I
Is there
should
anything you can do for
check all
him?
of you." Huh? Yeah, we can lay him down.
I
That's
mean,
about
wait
it.
a minute, put a pin in it. People are dying. It feels like the time to not put a pin.
I
You
can
know, it
assure
feels
you
like
that the facility is not causing this.
something from it, maybe?
Nothing should be able to
Or
get out of it. It has a massive barrier on it.
Should being the operative word there.
Morningstar just like bombastic side eye to fucking
Just
to Mojave. I'm
pauses.
just like,
A lot of things should or shouldn't happen, and yet they do anyway. Regardless, Frenzy, what do you know?
Frenzy just pauses and looks at all of you like, "Oh, you're fucking kidding me."
Look, I'm just trying to offer possible information that might help all your patients.
Okay, I'm fairly certain that nothing at that facility, from my memory, involved the spells that are being used on these people. And they are all already mages. They're not being forced into awakening of any kind. They were already either
So
the shifters or they're mages. That's it.
wait a
Carl
minute,
isn't a
wait a
mage,
minute,
right?
wait a
He doesn't
minute.
have any latent magic.
He doesn't, far as you're concerned. His aura has not shown, and he's never shown signs.
GM, I need a reminder.
Yes.
When I had gathered the information about Ali slash Mojave in the past, right, and the night that Ali was killed, remind me, was it technomancers that were genocided there that night as well, or was it mages?
It was technomancers. That was the massacre in
Okay.
Vegas. That was
And
technomancers.
Okay.
just
Okay.
just
Okay. Okay.
a sensing wise, I'll roll again if you want. But is there any difference in like the condition of the shapeshifters versus Carl? Like, is he being hit harder, or being hit harder? Is there like
Mm-hmm.
I'll roll a sensing, just because you're looking at the whole room, basically. Yeah, I'll give it. Carl's definitely been hit a lot harder. The shapeshifters are sick, and they definitely show signs of, like, almost the best way to put it is the early stages, like, they were caught before the organs began to fail.
Mm-hmm.
But none of them are in the state that Carl is in.
And like, are there other non-magic people also in the beds here? To like, do they seem to be? Is there any way to evaluate if it's hitting mages harder, or like, because Carl isn't much a control group?
Yeah. No, there's a couple people in the beds that appear to be completely normal. Their auras do not show any kind of awakened nature, as it were. And a couple of them actually seem to be in the same boat as Carl, where there are
Okay.
multiple failures in their organs.
So, be-
And
so
uncomfortably
it's the
for you, when looking around Mojave, you recognize a lot of these people.
Yeah, I think Scales at least would definitely notice that Mojave, like, you've seen this emotion on his face exactly once before, but it is anger.
I put a hand on Mojave's shoulder, not like in a way of holding him back or anything like that, but just like support. I'm here with you. And I look to Cloudy, and then to Frenzy, and I say, "Is anyone giving statements before they inevitably conk out about how they're getting these drugs?"
I've gotten all about the same reports. Individual, they don't remember the face, wearing a hood, gurgly voice. And knowing
Gave them
90% of the
bottles
people
of
in this
something.
room, they were all probably too drunk to even have that much memory.
Cool. I'm gonna see now. This is where I'll need your help on which to roll.
Uh-huh.
I could do local rumors, like check forums and stuff like that, or check with local technomancers if that, because technomancers would notice if like shifters and like mage people start to like drop off the map. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know which one would be better in this instance, but I'm essentially looking for rumors about this person and mayhaps more specifics on the drug that seems to be going around. You know, like the equivalent of like, I don't know, somebody's fucking social media, their parent passed because X, Y, and Z, or just, oh, I saw this shady guy here, kind of local community crime watchers type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like something,
I'd
because like if anything,
say
communities like this talk.
this is where you're going to run into a little bit of an issue. You can
Okay.
do either. Actually, no. You cannot do local rumors for this. You actually need to do a matrix search.
Okay, got it.
And it's
So that's just
specifically
computer,
because
right?
of where this is occurring.
Okay. That's just computer, right? For a matrix
Yes,
search?
it's the computer skill.
Okay, cool. It's a 7.
All right, you have every single bit of this information. So,
Cool.
you get a couple things. There was an incident, news-wise, there was an incident 3 weeks ago and most recently 1 week ago. And they were reported in Hollywood and Fun City.
Okay.
Both incidents speak on an individual who, for unknown reasons, after entering into a club, dropped dead on a dance floor. According to all statements, both individuals died of multiple organ failure. It is unknown what was in their system. There were no actual biological drugs found other than alcohol. Both were very young, one being 25 and the other one being 32.
Okay.
And it was one of those ones where they're very mysterious, unknown. There's, statements were made of people thinking magical means, but unsure. But those are the only two reported. And you'll notice that not only are there no reported cases in like Covina, downtown, Freak Show Row, there's just no news from any of those places. In fact, the only thing you get about Freak Show Row that's very recent was an article that came out in the paper, in the web paper, about 3 weeks ago, right about the time that first incident occurred. The article was talking about land purchasing and about a new construction project that was going up on the far side of Freak Show Row, and how there were people getting very upset because of some of the construction projects. Not just the one on the outside, but there's apparently another one in between downtown and Hollywood, in between Hollywood and Covina, where they're rebuilding the walls. Or it seems like they're rebuilding the walls. And this is from LA's history. A long, long time ago, LA basically built a wall between the poor neighborhoods and the rich neighborhood.
Right.
And then some fires happened, and it killed, guess what? Only the poor neighborhoods. When the flooding happened, guess who got messed up? It was the poor neighborhoods. And those walls got torn down in basically a bunch of riots, and it seems like there are people trying to rebuild them. And the reason everyone got very uncomfortable, specifically with the building project on the other side of Fun City, is it's not a barrier wall, it was a flood wall. Clearly they were putting in draining and stuff like that, a flood wall. And that is so far inland.
Yeah.
That it made a lot of people panic. But after that point, no one is publishing anything from Freak Show Row, Covina, or downtown.
Okay. I'm willing to roll whatever to look deeper. I want to know if there is any specific companies attached to that construction.
No, you got a 7. I can give you that. At this point, you can just ask me any question. You got a 7. That is insanely
Okay.
high. So if there's more information you want, you will be able to find it with that 7.
Okay.
Currently speaking, it is sort of under the radar idea, but it's stated that at least the flood wall one and another project of a similar construction are related to Evo, as the other one is around Evo headquarters.
Okay.
Any of the middle walls appear to be city projects.
Okay. Okay, so we're looking at gentrification and Evo and essentially the city are kind of in tandem in creating these walls.
And you would be very aware Evo is LA.
Yeah.
Evo is they're headquartered in LA and they have their
Mhm.
hands in not is it Evo or is it Horizon? Am I wrong? I might be lying to you and I mean Horizon. I meant Horizon. Sorry, that's the multimedia
You
group.
got it.
I was wrong. It's Horizon. Evo's in a
Horizon.
different location.
Yeah, I think that's the one that's in Las Vegas, right? Okay. Okay, so
Uh,
Horizon
yeah.
is the one.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is
Okay.
not the first time Horizon's done some shady shit. The one in Vegas,
Yeah.
the massacre was done by Horizon, or was
Yeah.
believed to be done by Horizon.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh boy.
And Mojave is
Okay.
taking it personally.
Yeah, they do not have a
Okay.
very good track record of. Well, they're Hollywood, and they're the worst version of it. They're the media.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing. They're the
Mm-hmm.
media. They control all media. All TV is
Right.
basically theirs.
Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. I share this information that I've found. Um, letting all those details be known between us here, and
Mojave has that slight, very brittle smile of like, oh right.
and I give very meaningful look to Mojave because this is not the first time we've talked about Horizon and the things that they've done, um, especially in relation to Mojave. And I make mention of LA's history of similar things happening before, just in a different flavor to the poor of these areas. Um,
Smile on his face, murder in his eye.
yeah, and I say it. It is very easy to not have pushback on construction if the things that would give you pushback, people who would give you pushback, are no longer there, or at least incapacitated long enough to get the construction done.
Uh, Um, my brain melted. Frenzy,
Mm,
Frenzy's sort of in the background. He's trying to take care of Carl, put him in the bed,
hmm
and he's just listening to you talk. And then just over his shoulder, you just hear, "If Horizon's involved, you have no hope. None of us do. That's not someone you can fight."
That is not something that is in Morningstar's language. But they don't share that with Frenzy. They just give a little nod, you know, like I heard you nod. Um, what is the best thing we can do for these people? Is there
Best thing we can do
medicine?
is
Is
find the
there
source of where it's coming from. It's all been the same fucking person.
That's my
they,
intention.
they say he
Don't you
sounds
worry, Frenzy. That's my intention.
they say the gurgle voice, yes?
That's what
Sounds
Carl said, yes.
gurgly. Okay.
Coat and hood in the middle of summer, gurgling voice. Magic drugs. Potent stuff, too. A week and a half.
My yeah. My mind immediately goes to like Bloody Mary and the things that she can do with spirits and like how she has a penchant for getting people sick.
I feel like there is just like an eye contact is exchanged because my mind went the same place.
Yeah. So like just immediately looking at Mojave and like you know. Um right, well, I think Carl is safe in your hands, Frenzy. We're gonna go find out what's going on.
Be careful out there and don't take any weird drugs. Oh, also, if you see a tuxedo cat that's definitely a little too big, tell him to come to me. Dumbass wouldn't want to take his fucking medicine.
Nods,
Oh.
sort of touches the brim of his hat. Just accepted.
Yeah, and we'll go download this information into T.
Someone's
Who's
poisoning
been
my
outside.
people. Someone's poisoning my people, Scales.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Wouldn't have happened if I'd stayed.
Someone's poisoning birds?
No. People that live here. People who do not have economic status.
Oh. That's just drugs, right?
Well,
No.
that's the thing. It's not just drugs. It's like some kind of magic disease.
Just drugs usually doesn't do that
No.
this long.
No.
I think I don't know if you guys would want to make this like a we're in car conversation or we're walking or I don't know where you want to have this convo, but we probably do have to be careful about
The hell do they
where we
get out
have
of
this
that?
conversation. What? What do you mean?
Poisoning homeless people, what's the point?
Oh, gets rid of them so that they are not in the area that they want to build. They're building walls on city areas downtown between Hollywood and here.
Not to mention the magic angle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It
What do
reeks
we wanna
of
do about
Bloody
that?
Mary. Well, here's the thing. Some of these buildings are being, walls rather, are being made by Horizon. And if I recall, I believe, I'm gonna have to ask the GM because I'm not positive. Is Horizon involved with the event that Bloody Mary is going to be throwing in Vegas? In that biodome she's making?
As far as you're aware, no.
Okay. Yes, so I'll leave it at Horizon is involved. And it is
I'll tell you
radio
this
silent.
much. They're poisoning my people on my turf, and I am not about to let this stand.
They are purposefully being radio silent in these areas when these incidents are occurring. 2 people dropped dead, one in Fun City, the other in another club downtown, of multiple organ failures, but they were unable to actually find anything in their system to say that it was drugs. The only thing they found was alcohol. They were relatively young.
If we hadn't got him to frenzy, less than 24 hours.
Shit. Well, the 2 previous victims were 25 and what was the other one? I think it was 30,
32.
Right? 25. 32.
There's like a
25 and 32.
T sitting in the back seat of whatever car we're in, and there's just like a very detached confusion on his face.
What? What is it?
Nothing.
It's the fact that we're not going to get paid for this, right, T?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, thought so.
Yeah.
Well, look, here's the thing, right? Because right now it is affecting those without money, but it very easily can be given to people of higher standing at clubs, like, a reckless CEO. And that would bring a lot of attention.
Is that the angle we're gonna?
That's not what I'm just saying. I am just saying that, there is a way for us to get paid. There is a way for us to help the city as well. Because these people, they don't deserve to die just because, some fucking assholes want to build a wall.
T stares at you in superhuman psychosis. He literally views these people as animals, and he's just like, you know
If
what?
money's what it takes, T, I've got some saved from the work we've done. I'm not attached to it. I'll pay you.
Shit, Mojave. Let's save your people.
Oh my god.
And on that line, we're going to take a break.
As long as the check clears, they're my people too.
Piece of shit.
All right, we're back. I did notice right before we came back that thank you, Cause. Thank you for rating us. Love you. My brain is melted a little bit, but don't worry about that. That's fine. When we last left off, Mojave had paid T to care about the homeless. So please, while you are all in the car talking, continue your conversation.
All right, Mojave. Well done. I'll save your people.
There's no expression. He's still just like
Yeah.
still just radiating that cold anger. Not at T, just at the
Morningstar
situation.
Morningstar will hold their hand, or will offer their hand should they choose to take it. As just like, I will be your tether as you seethe.
I think it actually takes Mojave a moment to notice. And when he does, it's almost like he snaps back to himself. Kind of takes her hand, gives it a squeeze, but he's very much, there's a distance behind the eyes.
We will get them. And we will save your people. As many of them as we can. Okay. Where to begin? Where do you think we can find this person?
Actually, I know these streets. There's, I mean, that abandoned building Carl mentioned, other places where people hang out that would be vulnerable to taking this. Like, I'm assuming I can know and list off some of these places.
Yeah, you got 3 in your mind. There's the abandoned building that Carl mentioned. There is basically an underpass right at the beginning. A lot of people stay under there. And there is also what's considered a safe house that is right behind the Viper's Den.
Bold, ain't he?
Oh, true. Okay. Well, if that's the case.
Well, I'd say he's probably less like... I think Mojave would list these out and say, you know, he's unlikely to go for behind the Viper's Den, because if he were to get found out passing sketchy stuff out there, Loki-san would not approve.
Well, maybe I can at least let them know. And if they see or hear anything, they can perhaps share some information with us.
Please
Give me a
do.
moment. And I will send a message to my mother and let her know very basic, you know, of like what's happening. Nothing too detailed, just the overview. And say that if they see or hear about somebody that fits this description, please do let me know. We need to find them.
You get a response back of, we'll keep our eyes out.
I send a little snake and a heart emoji back.
You get a little snake and a heart emoji back.
Love it. And that's on healing, bitch. Okay. Right. So, if they went to that abandoned warehouse, we'll say just under a week ago, right? Because that's how long Carl had been experiencing this thing.
Week and a half, yes.
Mayhaps they are doing rounds. Let us check the underpass. Let's
That's what I
start
was thinking,
there.
yeah.
And then at least we can get information and maybe piece together movement.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I will let our driver know to head towards where the underpass is.
Oh yeah. I realized that you're actually inside of Freak Show Row, so you actually walked there.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Because they don't take cars that far in, but it's not hard to walk over the underpass. Freak Show Row is just a single, I think it's a 5-block stretch of a road.
Okay.
So you
Oh yeah, I'm just leading y'all there to my old haunts.
Okay,
Mojave
wonderful.
is, and you watch Mojave's confidence in walking through these streets is impressive. Like he knows these streets. You get them to the underpass, and you actually know that in the underpass, there is a specific place that you enter in to find where people hang out. It's slightly hidden behind a couple concrete barriers, just because, well, you know, the cops tend to avoid, but if they do drive by and they see you, they make you get out for about a night.
Okay. Yeah.
So, you take everyone towards the entrance. You're able to enter in past these barriers, and you all will see there's a couple places where people have built fires. There's a smell in the air that is somewhere a mix between smoke and just straight up whiskey. Like it's in the air. And a lot of that smoke and whiskey definitely is covering up probably, some unfortunately uncomfortable smells. Don't know where it's coming from. It's just here. There's at least 20 people back here. And they do kind of look at you when you walk in. They're like, huh? But then they see Mojave, and suddenly they're all smiles. They are immediately running up to Mojave, saying hi. They're grabbing him.
All.
And they're immediately like, yeah, come on in, guys.
Mojave has an enormous vertical shadow, which is probably not great for people who might be looking for Ollie, but that's what's happening right now.
They're a little wary of you, but they're just like, hey, you're fine. You're with Mojave. We're good. You guys are brought back to kind of hang. There's 2 dudes here, and Mojave, you know both of them. One of them is... both of them are named James, but one goes by Jimmy. And they basically... They're not the leaders of anybody, but they're generally the caretakers here. They make, they'll talk to the cops if the cops show up. They'll try to make sure everyone's pretty okay at night, that kind of thing. And so you walk up to Jimmy and James, and they're just sort of like, hey, Mojave, you're finally back. We thought we were going to see you again.
Yeah, no, got caught up with some stuff. Made some new friends.
Strong friends, looks like.
Yeah. Well, things been around here. I would also just like to roll a sensing, get the vibes, see if anybody else is visibly dying.
Yeah, you can roll a sensing.
I got a 5.
Hey.
So you roll a sensing, and no one in the area is like at death's door over here. Pardon. No one here is at death's door. There are a couple people in here who, and you know this, there's a couple like really poor mages similar to you. They're not very strong. It's just sort of the nature of LA that the astral's so weird here that native-born people in LA sometimes get just a little bit of magic on them. There's a couple people here who are slightly awakened. There's a very decent shifter population within the homeless of this area. So, there's a couple shifters who are lighting up on your radar. there's a few people who have, various venereal diseases, blood diseases, things like that. The things you're going to expect for people who can't really get the best health care.
Mm-hmm.
How people are drunk as hell this early in the morning and asleep. But no one here is showing any of the organ failure signs you saw before.
Okay, that's good for a once-over. I think I'll just straight up ask, like, hey, you seen a guy around here lately? Got kind of a coat, a hood, kind of gurgly.
Oh,
Not usually on the scene.
I mean that weirdo who showed up over by the old building?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, no, we heard he showed up at one point, but like not here. But apparently he showed up there again at some point, and a couple of the Snakes boys chased him away.
Yeah, he's bad news.
Like bad news?
Bad news.
Shit. Is this why
Giving
some
out
of the
stuff
people...
that's been spiked.
Oh shit! Is
Yeah.
this why people been going missing?
Yeah.
That's...
So you see him around, you let me know. Yeah?
Oh, we will. Hey, hold on. Where's where's Honey? Honey was up there a little while ago. Where'd she go? You know what? I bet you she's at the safe house. Because she was up there. And you know, Honey is this very big woman. Like, she's just this, for lack of a better term, bear of a woman. And that is a bit of a pun, as she is also a shifter. Specifically, a bear shifter. And
Incredibly
she is
valid.
most notable for the fact that as long as she's on Freak Show Row, she just doesn't care. And tends to just walk around as a straight-up bear.
She is so valid.
Right. We love that for her.
And she did, in fact, pick the name Honey for herself.
Again, so valid, nothing but respect.
Yeah. While that conversation is happening, I am just going to be like, man, I think I want to I want to peruse. You know what? I lied. I'm gonna have to wait on this one. I thought I could do it now, but I think I'm gonna have to wait. So Morningstar is just like staying close to Mojave and is paying very close attention to the way people are interacting with Mojave. Trying to see if like everybody has good vibes for Mojave, or is there some people that are looking like maybe I'll snitch on Mojave to someone, you know what I'm saying?
I suppose that's... Roll me, because I don't believe you have con.
I don't.
No, I'm wrong. Judge Intentions. I'm a smart man. I forgot Judge Intentions is a roll.
That's right. I do have that. It's only a tree. It's not bad.
Looking around, most people here, if they're not, kind of sleepy or just sort of being in their own minds, if they are looking at Mojave, they're, most people are happy to see him. They've definitely missed him. But over in a corner, a little farther away, kind of hiding among two people laying down, there is an individual. The best way to put them is they're look a little bit like Jay, in that they're blue. Very light shade of blue, but they are blue. They're little taller than him. He's what was it, 5'4". These guys are probably, closer to normal human height of about, 5'10". It's not easy to tell because of all the clothing. The face doesn't really give it away whether this is a man, a woman, or otherwise, but this individual, you can see on their face, as they look at Mojave, their smile is fake. They're not actually happy. And they just look, the more you look at this person, the more off they appear. Something about their face isn't right. Like, it doesn't fall correctly on their face. The longer and longer you look at them, it's like something's very wrong.
Okay, I'm going to use my my snapshot ability here, and I am going to, for lack of a better phrase, take a picture of them and send it to both T and Cloudy on their comms with a text that says something's not right. And I'm going to, like, my hand is going to sort of, how do I do this without being very obvious? I think I, sort of just cross my arms and my fingers are like brushing against my gun. And I'm sort of positioning myself so I'm just like 1 foot is a little bit in front of Mojave just in case this person pops off, and I will just immediately step in front of him. But yeah, Cloudy and T would receive that message.
Lash in front of my eyeballs. Where is this person in relation to us and Mojave?
I'd say you've all kind of joined where the two Jameses are, around the... Like, if the overpass is above you, they're kind of like dead center, and like it's really low. Like, they can touch where the overpass is. So this is near the bottom part of it, or at least part of its support area. I'd say off to your right, kind of closer to like a concrete fence line. They're trying to sit back, definitely, and they're among people who seem to be asleep.
Are they pretending to be asleep, or are they awake?
They're definitely, they're kind of leaned. They're not sat down, but they are leaned against the wall, like they're relaxing. And they have, they have that smile on their face, but they're not smiling with their eyes.
Sensing right quick?
You may roll a sensing.
Just as I pop in, just be like, are they as sick as everybody else here?
This individual is not ill. If I'm correct, let me do a double check on the sensing.
I was going to say, I rolled a 5 on a sensing earlier, too, just for the once-over. Would their vibes, if there's anything to vibe, do I vibe?
Yes.
Actually, no. Because you were not focused on this individual. There is a reason. This individual was not actually standing there when you did your once-over.
They're a recent addition. Okay.
Checking.
Are they a spirit, Softy?
Hold on, I'm checking to make sure everything.
Tells me the class of magical subject, like a specific type of elemental.
Yes.
Oh god.
This is a water elemental.
That looks like a person?
Yep. Appears. Although the more you look at the face, you start noticing there's something very wrong. Very wrong here. It's almost like that face is stretched. But not over anything sharp, like it's stretched over something a bit more rounder than it's meant to be.
They're wearing a face, basically. Mimicking humanoids.
Oh. Ah, shit, and I wouldn't really be able to tell whether there's, like...
Fucking gurgling, bro.
On person. Oh god, okay, hold on.
Bro, gurgling.
Yep. Oh, there is gurgling. Yep.
Gurgling. Fuck!
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I caught the gurgling. I just caught the picture. I'm just looking at him. Can I?
No.
We would have
It's
told
just
you
the
that
idea
the,
that-
the perp is a gurgly person.
Yeah, that the
Gotcha.
person who we're looking for is gurgling, or makes a gurgling sound when they speak.
I'm
Or
gonna
doesn't speak and
need
just
Right.
gurgles.
whoever is looking at this person. I need you to roll perception.
You got it, because I don't think I have anything for perception. You got it, buddy.
Visual, auditory.
This is visual.
Okay.
God.
Shiza.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's
perception
default
is
skill?
it's intuition. Default skill intuition. Limited by mental.
Okay. God help me.
Has Mojave been made aware of this person?
No.
I was literally
No.
about to nudge them as they were calling for the roll.
Yeah.
So,
I will let you nudge Mojave. Like before what happens is about to happen.
okay.
Okay, so then can I
Hey.
also roll perception?
You can also roll perception because as you're
Mojave,
not
roll.
nudged and turned, about the time you would be able to reach visual confirmation is when this.
I don't see it. I'm too busy.
Yeah, no.
jeez.
It's one of these ones where you don't see how this happens. It's almost like nothing happened. But just suddenly the person's just gone. And
Fuck.
the only thing you catch is this weird movement, like almost it blurs in your face. And then you watch as what looked like this person's clothes just fall to the ground.
Fuck. Yeah, I think oh shit. I think
Hold on.
Morningstar just says, "We've got to go now." And is like nudging Mojave along.
And as they're doing that, I'm just kind of like, okay. What time of day is it? About what time?
By this point, maybe only like 11 a.m.?
Okay, I got time
Early.
for once again. I'm going to summon a big ol' little onyx kitty. Find
Say
it.
Mojave
Fetch.
is not fully aware of the vibe at the moment, and he is like, I am doctor, these my people, I have been neglecting them. He is not in a hurry to leave.
Right. Which like Morningstar will fully grab you by the shoulders and be like, "I found the person. They just
what?
left here. You need to go find them. Let's go." And fucking it's like
As
bodily
Cloudy is
hand.
literally
Cloudy,
starting to
please
cast.
summon your
mid-
little
mid-
little searcher boy.
I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go for a 5. It'll probably take a little bit, but we shall see. Summoning. So. Oh, it's right there at the top. Okay, don't add any of those. Against 4-6. Roll 6
Oh,
dice, Softy.
Oh shit. Here we go.
Ba-bow. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I got 1 service. However, that's going to hurt. Rain.
Ooh.
Ow.
Ooh.
Okay, it's not a glitch. It's not a glitch though. It's not a glitch.
No?
It's not as bad as it could be.
Hold on. That's 5 stun.
Oof.
Oh god.
That's
So
not great.
you summon, and it takes it out of you, but you summon your little it was an onyx kitty, is what you said? It's like an onyx cat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. A black
Oh.
mirror cat.
Yeah, and it's 4-6, correct?
Yes.
So, as you summon this, you say, "Find it." It goes rushing over immediately. It, like, sniffs around the clothes. It knows where it's going. And it, spirit-wise, it jumps through the chain link that is sort of there and goes careening around a corner. And you immediately hear the aggressive cat noises
Mm.
and a struggle.
Oh, okay. Go.
We're moving. We're
Mhm.
moving in that direction.
Yeah, if that is what is happening, T will full break away from the group and sprint off in that direction.
If there's chain link fence, is there barbed wire at the top of this fence?
No, but and you guys
There's about
are
to be a
aware that
T-shaped hole in it.
you can.
Yeah, I've got 6 ranks and running. I'm gone.
You could technically just run around it. It's not actually
Okay.
there's like maybe 5 feet of fence and then there's an opening.
Oh, word. Okay.
So you
Is there
can
an
go
opening big
careening
enough for
around.
me?
And I believe the spirits are manifested, correct?
It doesn't have to be. If your spirit is manifested, then it'll be manifesting.
So T, this is what you see when you come around the corner. You see the onyx cat that Cloudy had summoned is in what can only be described as a just ball of water, and it's just biting at the water that it's kind of stuck in.
Oh shit.
Brief pause. Am I trying to grab the water or am I punching the water? What are we doing with the water, guys?
Punch the water.
Punch the water.
Water.
just like the blood spirit we fought in the sewers. You punch it.
Roll to punch the water.
Leaping forward and Superman punching down.
Okay.
3.
Hold us against this thing. I don't need to reveal it's leveled anybody.
No, you don't.
I don't like
So
the
you
sound of
come down with
that.
this Superman punch. You come cleaving into the water with your fist. The water reacts. You actually feel it. When you punch into it, you've hit water before. This is almost even more tension. Like this feels like you're punching into like tough jello.
It went non-Newtonian.
And you cut right through it. The jello kind of separates for a minute, and you watch as it, well, kind of like a Newtonian fluid, kind of liquefies very quickly into more of a watery state, and it slides off the onyx cat and kind of curls itself up, and it just sort of sits there more like not any particular shape, just sort of a bubble of water, and it looks at you, and you watch as its surface kind of glasses over like the surface of a bubble, and you see your reflection, and then the water starts to force itself into a version of you,
Lord.
just made of water.
Guys, you're not going to believe this. The water just got handsome. Get over here
Oh.
now.
Okay.
The water got handsome.
Morning starts like, what the fuck? As she's running. Amazing. Yeah, we were, soon as T took off, we were also taking off, so
Yes.
we shouldn't be too far behind.
When by the time you guys come around, you witness the mimicking occur, where the water spirit mimics T.
Mhm. Holy shit.
Right?
I am going to fuck, bro. I'm gonna shoot it. Because there's not much else I can do to this water spirit.
Which one's the real No, I'm sorry.
Is it one
The
that
one
looks
that's not
like
made of
water?
water.
Hold on. Does the water spirit look like it's about to try punching back right now?
Right now, it is completely mirroring not just T, but T's positioning. If he sways or
I
moves,
see.
it moves with him.
Oh shit. Okay.
Is it super obvious?
Yeah, anytime you move, it's pulling a full mirror reaction.
So T just needs to
Shit.
stand skill.
I'll lean into the bullet. Watch me take this hit.
No, I don't like it because I don't think I'm gonna shoot it. It's focused on T, so it's mirroring T. So I'm gonna shoot it.
You're gonna shoot it?
Yes. Yes. Stop! Don't say "oh my god" like that.
Like, if you're gonna try shooting it, you're gonna try shooting it. But Cloud's just kind of sitting here like, what? What
else could I'm a technomancer, bitch. What the fuck?
Oh, I know. I know.
I don't have the magics.
I'm kind of sitting here like, Mojave, did you want to talk to the one actively hurting your people?
Okay, so then I don't shoot. I just raise the gun.
I think that is the point where just Mojave addresses the spirit that is currently mirroring T and is just, what are you doing?
You watch as, with almost no body movement, just the head twisting, and you see water kind of fly off it and come back in. It looks at you, and it faster than anything should move. It falls, slips down, and comes up right in front of you, Mojave, and it begins to mirror you.
Fuck.
Hands on hips, unflinching, like... Though Mojave is known to jump and run away when startled, he is not startled. He is, like, firm eye contact with this thing. What are you doing?
It looks at you for a really long time.
I'm looking straight back at it.
Then it starts to lean back, and it melts out of Mojave form. And it twists and spins itself and comes into a form that you actually recognize. It turns into what appears to be a watery snake salamander type creature that you've actually seen a long time ago. This is Mr. Bubbles.
Mr. Bubbles!
What the fuck? What the fuck? What?
We're bros!
What the actual fuck? Okay.
The minute that Mr. Bubbles registers you, like, as you call it that, it immediately kind of goes low to the ground and curls up around you like a salamander.
And I think sort of just, like, crouches down. What are you doing?
It pauses. I don't know. I don't remember what I was doing.
I'm looking.
What can you
Cloudy.
remember?
I remember someone calling me, and then they gave me a task.
Do you remember this task?
To give people things.
Do you remember who called you?
Maybe it would be better if it attempted to take that person's form. Might be easier than trying to get the name.
And without saying anything, Mr. Bubbles slips past and kind of slides away from Mojave and standing in front of everyone, kind of jerkingly, like it's like he's not perfect, and you kind of get the idea that when mimicking someone in front of him, okay, it's easy. You're just copying what you see, but pulling from memory is difficult for him. But he eventually does get at least a rough shape, and then is able to morph the face correctly. And what you are faced with is what looks like, given the height, probably either a very, very, very tall human, given just the like broadness of the shoulders, or like maybe a short to middle-sized orc. The face is completely covered, and you see that the imagery of this person seems distorted. And both the mages you'll be immediately able to recognize it's because Mr. Bubbles is registering this person's soul, not their physical form. So this depiction is sort of a strange mix of astral and mundane.
Dare I say, that's probably how Mojave would see them anyway.
Right? And so this is what Mr. Bubbles gives you, is it seems to be a male, either orc or human, but probably leaning towards the orc side, just broadness, height. His soul's distortion that you see actually has a shape to it. He has a lot of, best way to put it, are blades that seem to come from his back and seem to stab down into his shoulders. And they just seem to stick out all over him like a porcupine. Or like a hedgehog.
Does this ring any bells for us in terms of like an orc or a tall person?
No.
Is this a soul shape we've seen before?
No.
Right. Okay, so this is a new person.
Just to Mr. Bubbles again. You tried to run. Where were you going?
I'm so sorry. He looks down, looks up, and he just kind of goes, I was scared. I ran home, but I don't remember where home is. And then
Are you all right?
As you ask this, he kind of jerks and looks up to the sky with his kind of like mouth open. And by this point, there's actually a good bit of clouds in the sky. It's not been sunny for a good couple days now. And it starts to rain. And Mr. Bubbles just looks up, and as the rain hits him, he just looks down at you, looks at you, Mojave, and just, I need to go.
Sort of nods. Sighs. Stands.
Here. And he quickly, before leaving, he swirls around very quickly on the ground, morphing more into just water. And he shoots up into the sky, and what he leaves behind appears to be some kind of mage's, some kind of fetish, something that a mage has used. And both of you know that though neither one of you have ever done something like this, these are something that some mages will use to summon spirits. This is more of a physical item that people use, like a doll or something. Mm-hmm. And this appears to be what was used to summon Mr. Bubbles.
A specific focus for Bubbles?
You're not sure, but possibly. It does look very odd, because the shape of this item actually does look like a salamander. The form that Mr. Bubbles took for recognition does appear to, like, this doll appears to mimic him exactly.
You know, before he whoops off, Mojave does say, "It's good to see you again."
You just get a very large drop of water on your head.
Yep.
GM,
Yes.
the last time that I saw Mr. Bubbles was with that girl, the bunny girl.
Yes.
Well,
Her
her
name was
icon was a
Trixie.
bunny. Trixie, yes. And then I saw him again, and oh no, I didn't see him again after that. I don't believe.
No, we were told he exploded.
That's what it was. I was like, I recalled something with that. So okay, explosion. We know that we were able to get Trixie and a bunch of those other kids to safety via Starry Eyes, right?
Yes.
Okay. At any point in time in interacting with Trixie or anything like that, did she have this doll?
No.
Okay. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna fucking like an idiot. I'm gonna send a message to Starry Eyes and I'm going to ask her if she knows where Trixie is and if Trixie's okay.
It takes a good little bit, and then just the response is, yes? They should be out of the city by now. Why?
I think I give a very vague oh god, how do I even fucking word this? I don't know. Basically what I tell her is the basics of this situation. Mr. Bubbles thought he was exploded, apparently not. He was summoned and it has been giving dangerous, like magically tainted drugs to the poor in the area, and they're dying.
You see the response of, I can try to look into it or ask my mother, but if I had anything, I'd give it to you, but I don't know anything about this.
I haven't told T nor obviously Starry Eyes how much I know about their past. But I will say to you, to the GM, for you to kind of, I guess, figure out which way this can go. My concern is because I know how Maranangal operated with previous children. My worry is that she sort of created a new T, for lack of a better word, but this is like a mage rather than just a battle ready a person, and that's the source of this magic disease that is being put out. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
So like my message to Starry Eyes is essentially that concern without letting her know that like I know what their past was, but just that like I'm afraid this is connected to Monongal. Please keep an eye out. Let me know if you find out anything.
You get the response, we will.
Cool.
Also,
just to have some feelers out there.
You
this
get
is fucking bizarre.
Just a couple seconds later, you get another message. And it's just the tell him he's an asshole.
Okay. I respond with okay.
Thank you.
resist the urge to be like, I still don't like you, bitch, but I don't send that. But I go to T and I say, your girlfriend says you're an asshole.
My what?
I blink at him.
He will insert his own finger into his mouth and then dig the tip of his wet finger against where she would have ears if she wasn't, lab grown.
Just ill, disgusting.
Here you go, you little fucking menace.
Okay, maybe girlfriend was a bit much. Starry Eye says you're an asshole.
No, she's right.
Ew. Just fucking trudge away to the not very far. I just basically turn to Mojave and Cloudy.
Meanwhile,
I have yes.
the fetish object thingamabob, does it have any like looking at it? Does it have any aura on it that we could like recognize again to be like, that's the guy, you know? Does it have fingerprints on it astrally?
A sensing. Because you're right, it will, but you gotta sense for it. You gotta look at it real hard.
I'm looking.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Cloudy has more
We
experience
look-
with this than I do.
We look
Apparently.
Cloudy about to
We
get this
did look
man's
hard
whole
enough.
resume. Mojave, yes, this definitely has a very particular astral signature. You have never seen it before, but it's of a fairly powerful mage. And Cloudy, oh yeah, oh, this mage is a lot stronger than you. This has a very clear astral signature that you like. This is something you'd be able to recognize it again if you saw this motherfucker. In fact, it's so clear you might be able to track him down in the astral.
Kind of holding it to Cloudy, like, what do you make of this?
Go ahead. Looking back and forth. He or they. Shifter, maybe? I don't know. But definitely very powerful mage. Do I sense any of Mr. Bubbles' aura on this thing? Or is it just the mages?
No, Mr. Bubbles' aura is on here too.
And they're definitely linked to this. I'm able to tell exactly... Well, this should be able to tell me exactly what kind of focus this is. If it's a focus.
It is a focus. And now my brain don't work good.
Is it a conjuring focus?
Yes.
Like a binding focus?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a conjuring focus.
Oh boy. What force is it? Not the original mage, but this particular artifact, because I can't see him right now.
It is a Force 8 focus.
This is several tiers beyond what we're even capable of casting right now. Or at least without drastically hurting ourselves. I could probably manage it, but I'll be coughing blood out instantly.
We should go talk to Honey, probably.
Probably.
See if she's picked up any other details that we might need to know. So I don't intend to let this rest.
I don't think we can.
Nope.
So you all are gonna head
Maybe-
off to the safe house behind Viper's Den?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not too much of a walk back down the street, but on the opposing side, not the particular normal walk path. We're in the back of the buildings. Eventually you find a building that it's fairly obvious that it's the back of the Viper's Den, as someone has in fact spray painted it on the back wall near the door. But a little bit over, there's an alley, and the alley seems to lead to another door. And there's a lot of spray paint here of very particular symbols. And Mojave, you're aware that these are the symbols that the communities, like the homeless communities in LA, use to identify a real safe house, one that is owned and you cannot be kicked out of.
Mm-hmm.
And you all follow back, and it's once in, it is not dissimilar to the inside of the Viper's Den, just a lot less extravagant, but similar building structure, black carpets, a lot of couches, a lot of people who are kind of laid out. But the most important thing in the room is laying dead center from where the door is a very, very big grizzly bear who has around the neck, head, and multiple other places various beads and items all over them. And sort of stuck up to the wall with duct tape is a bright white sign with yellow letters that says Honey's Place. And it is spelled Hunny.
I love that. So, do I, like, I guess, am I familiar with Honey?
Yes,
Like,
you've met
Okay.
Honey.
So then I would just be straight up, hey, Honey!
You guys watch as the grizzly bear, like, wakes up and, like, pulls its very large frame up and just sees Mojave. And
Waving, smiling.
the bear gets up on all paws, sort of pushes itself forward, and in the process of going forward towards Mojave, completely morphs into this huge woman that just grabs Mojave and he just disappears. Just in between, like, Booba and giant arms, he's just gone and in there. And she's just hugging him real tight,
fur.
like, Mojave!
It's kind of like tapping, trying to tap out of the hug.
Oh, right. I'm sorry, darling.
It's good to see you. How you been, honey? I'm, Things have been weird around here lately, huh?
Oh, with all the shifters?
People, getting sick, going missing. I'm looking into that, you know?
Oh, are you? Perfect.
Yeah.
If anyone's gonna figure it out, it's you. And she kind of taps you on the nose.
Stop, I love her. Oh god.
I've been making sure
Alright,
everyone's
super-
okay over here. I even put up my
Good.
sign and everything.
Yeah, it's a nice sign! Cannot read.
Hmm.
Whispers to Mojave, it says Honey's Place.
Subtle thumbs up.
So, and she kind of like grabs her back and stretches it. Nah, too tired for this. And she falls forward and very fluidly, shocking, like this is just something she's very used to, falls right back into bear mode. And she kind of gets back up on her little seat and lays down and just looks up at you guys and is like, so, sorry. Keeping that's been kind of hard lately. I don't know why.
Real quick, just, I would like to just check her vibes, make sure that nothing iffy's happened.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think like Morningstar's face goes from being like very happy to see this very like lovely lady to face falls of like, oh shit.
Yeah, Mojave, I'd say if you want to roll diagnose, you could also, if you want to do a sensing or diagnose, it's up to you.
I'll say diagnose because that gets me a higher understanding comparably than in a sensing roll.
Yeah. Nice. Roll your drain. Correct. That's fine because it goes over 2. Right. I'm braining. I remember how drain works.
Good, because I don't.
I promise. There's a lot of stuff. So, you easily can diagnose Honey. Honey is a mixture of she's not super old. She's only in like maybe her like very late 40s. So she's only like 48 about. So there's a little bit of age to her that's possibly kind of leaning into it. Honey is also a very big woman. She does not eat the healthiest. And she doesn't move a lot. And you just know that from knowing her. She likes to sleep almost all the time.
She's valid.
Right? But there is a little bit of illness in her. It's not the same level, but there's clearly something similar to what Carl had, just on a very, very small scale.
Okay. Just sort of looking at her, concerned. I think, again, full on doctor mode. So when did this start?
Oh, maybe about 3 nights ago?
3 nights ago?
Yeah, went out to eat something. Got a hold of a good rabbit. Didn't taste the best, though. Kind of weird.
You might want to, go see Frenzy when you get the chance. Something's been going around. It's bad news.
Oh,
Yeah.
you think it was in the rabbit?
Could have been, yeah. Definitely seeing, well, it ain't business as usual, I'll tell you that much, honey.
That's worrying.
Yeah?
I'll go see Frenzy. And
Yeah.
she kind of looks out over everyone who's in the room and just, I can't leave my cubs without me. Gotta take care of myself.
Stop!
You, seen anybody strange in the area, honey? Stranger than usual, I mean.
Oh, I did see that creep walking around. At least that night. The one who was passing out the bad drugs.
Yeah.
I was one of the ones who got to chase him away.
Good.
Of course, the damn snake boys fucking took credit for it.
Of course
I'm
they
the
did.
one who followed him longer.
I believe you, honey. I know you.
Almost got out of the city, too. Fast. Then he just vanished.
Yeah.
Must be magic or something.
Yeah, something like that. Trying to find any leads on who he's working for.
I might actually have something for you.
Yeah?
Hold on, where is it? And like she kind of gets up and then she kind of rolls over and like gets up on her butt and she turns back human for a second so she has hands and she can go through her bags. She kind of pulls through the bag, looking through things, and eventually she pulls out what appears to be a small teddy bear that has been re-sewn up in a couple places, but with odd fabrics, and she kind of hands it to you, and upon grabbing it, it doesn't feel... It's not full of fluff. It's full of other things, like something hard is in there. You don't know if it's marbles or something else, but it's very weird.
First question, I have not seen this bear before, have I? Like, in the hands of a certain girl who was friends with a certain spirit?
No, you have not.
Okay.
The only thing about this bear that's familiar is that its face and body seem to have either been dyed or painted. Specifically with areas of lighter goldish coloring, which Honey actually has on her body. And, she kind of hands it to
Okay.
you, and she's just, I found this one night. I was out. I don't remember what I was doing, but I found this. And, got the weirdest sense when I grabbed it.
Glances to Cloudy, holds out bear.
I'll say, even before a sensing, you can tell that the structure of this is very similar to the fetish doll you just found.
Yep. I'm gonna be looking it over anyway, and we'll see whether I'm just as lucky this time as not quite. All
I am
right.
also rolling a sensing.
I'll give it. You doing the math in my brain. I say
Did
that as I'm
Cloudy
just
just glitch on that sensing? Can you glitch on a sensing?
1, 2, 3.
Hey guys, I have edge. Hold on.
Oh,
That
I was like,
I'm,
oh shit,
I'm
that's
surprised
not.
it didn't warn me to that, but yeah. That's half ones.
Yep, yes it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll that again. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Less good, but not a glitch. All right.
Well, I got a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Dear God. Trying to tell. You recognize the subject's aura because it's the same as the other mage. And I believe you also get this. This is a binding fetish. This isn't one for conjuring, this is for binding.
Oh. That's less good.
Somebody's trying to make sure Honey don't get in the way.
Was Honey a shifter or a spirit?
It seems like Honey's a shifter.
Then what the hell is a binding totem gonna do with... This normally wouldn't work with a shifter.
I will say, though this does seem to be a binding totem, there is something off about it. But you didn't roll high enough. But I'll give it, there's something wrong with it.
The fact that it's apparently linked to Honey, despite the fact they're not a spirit and it's a binding totem, yes, I think that might be enough for... That's weird. That's something is wrong here. Something is very wrong here. But I don't know what.
Are you sharing this information?
Like, he's saying it out loud. Like,
Yeah,
those
that's
words
right.
were out loud, yeah.
Okay. So someone is trying to make sure one of the stronger shifters cannot get in the way of essentially the annihilation of other shifters.
Oh,
Hmm.
Annihilation, maybe.
that's not good.
Maybe not. No.
Well-
No, it didn't.
The
Is there
majority of... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was just gonna say, is there any way to, like... Actually, no, just I'll ask it in question after you finish saying... Or in character after you finish saying what you're saying.
Yes, so majority of the victims seem to be shifters. There have been others who aren't, right?
And they've been hit harder.
Right. So it seems to me they know where the shifter population really is and make it seem less suspicious by giving it out in larger batches. They know that the majority of people that will be taken out by this are shifters. And one of the largest, clearly one of the strongest, if not the strongest, that could defend or stop this situation.
She looks
They
very
wanted
pleased
to
with
bind
herself.
them. Yeah, there's
Cloudy.
a little bit like Morningstar's like flattering her a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, Cloudy, if it's a binding thing, is there any way we can make it not bind? Not bound? Can we unbind?
I will hand it over to you. You can try and bind it to yourself.
How do I do that?
Time and effort. Like you actually have to spend karma to bind frickin' focuses. It's ridiculous.
Could you break it, or will that affect Honey?
They'll probably know.
Well, we don't necessarily not want them to know.
I think if so, element of surprise, as long as we can maintain it. We don't need them going underground.
Okay.
Because to unweave, because if this is as powerful as the last one, and this is confusing me enough, I can't quite peg it. But if it is, then just making it is not going to be easy.
Okay, so could we just take it? We keep it on our person, then they won't be able to, I don't know, activate it and use Honey in any way? That's a possibility.
More than likely, I can bring it up to my lodge, and that should make it a little bit easier.
Do you mind if we take this, Honey?
Oh, I don't mind. Honestly, if I'm telling you the truth, I don't remember why I kept it. Just sort of felt like I needed to. But it's fine. I'm just very tired.
You look after yourself, honey, and don't forget to check in with Frenzy.
I promise.
Actually,
I will.
Scales, can you send a thing to Frenzy and let him know to keep tabs?
Oh, yeah, that shouldn't be difficult. I will send a message to Frenzy and say that Honey is one of the shifters possibly affected by this, and to keep an eye out for her. She's being very lethargic and is having a hard time shifting from, bear to a more humanoid-looking form.
You get a response, and it's just, God damn it. Fine, add it to the list.
Yeah. And you know what? I think I also download Frenzy on the fact that there's like these fetters that are being attached to these shifters and spirits, and they're being used to sort of get this stuff out there. So that way he's also in the know and can kind of like look out for these sort of things.
Huh. You don't get an immediate response back on that one, just sort of like a thumbs up.
That's fine. I know magic's like not totally the thing that he's worried about right now, but like it's good for him to know.
But he is the magic doctor, so it's probably
Yeah.
decent.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I sent the message. He knows, and he'll come around when he's able.
Thumbs up with one hand, sort of rubbing his face with the other, just like stressed.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume, is there anything else you all would like to ask of Honey before you leave? Or just look around for anything?
No, I mean, yeah, I think if anything, we're just like, at least Morningstar's like, where's the well? And then sort of meanders out.
Yeah, there's a little bit of just, checking around on how things have been, making sure, like, if there's anybody around who needs immediate attention, like, I'm doing the doctor thing, making up for all these weeks, months I've been away, like...
Mm-hmm.
But aside from that, no.
Then Honey bids you all farewell as she lays back down very comfortably. And you see some of the other people around, like they'll bring Honey water and some food. She doesn't seem to... Getting up is clearly difficult for her at this point. But she keeps trying to put on a brave face for everyone, always being very sweet and smiley. You all leave the safe house, head out into the back alleys of... Brain dead? I can't think straight. The back alley of Free Show Row.
Yes.
And as you all head out back here, it's a lot darker than it was. And you look up and realize the sky is very dark. It is a very stormy day. So these are some thick clouds. And the rain has started to fall, and it starts to get a little heavier. And as you are walking quickly down the alleyway to get to the main road, a car turns from the main road into the alleyway where you are. And its headlights are very bright and sort of in your face. And it does not seem to move from its position. It just sort of sits there, like the headlights like eyes staring at you. And then you hear the tires screech as it starts accelerating towards you very quickly.
Yay!
I wrap my tail around Mojave and attempt to pull us out the way.
Gorilla Garad, fucking both arms above my head, down on the front axle, just trying to blow the fucking... You get the vibe here. I'm just...
You're not gonna hit me with the car! I'm gonna hit the car!
Oh my god, the full Gorilla Grodd moment.
Physical wall at an angle in case it goes flipping over.
So, as you all prepare, as this car comes careening at you, we are going to end for today.
God damn it, okay.
I'm back on my cliffhanger shit.
You're on your bullshit,
tracks.
what you're on.
As long as you
I'm
know
on
it's
the
shit,
bullshit.
As long as you
Listen.
know it's bullshit, that's fine.
I do
I'm
it
gonna
on
make
purpose.
this one threat.
I
I'm gonna make
respect
this
it.
one threat to
One
you,
threat.
Softy.
Yes?
If you hurt Honey, I will fucking bring fire down on you, okay?
Oh, goodness.
Don't you hurt her.
I will... Alright, well...
Not to be dramatic, but I will burn the world down for Honey. Okay?
I need to stop making these characters that Rissa loves. I'm gonna die one
Please
day.
stop.
So, thank you all for playing. Thank you all for coming and watching. Oh dear. Before I get executed, we are gonna go in order of most likely to get hugged by a grandma bear. Mojave, who are you and why do you exist?
Hi, I'm Daybreakathon. I exist to cause problems on purpose. That is all. You can find me streaming whatever I want, whenever I can, over on my own channel, Daybreakathon. Lately, I've been streaming Elden Ring, flailing around in that game. It's been a good time. I also do the character art for the characters who have art. My commissions are open if you'd like me to do some art for you as well. Also, written a couple of fantasy novels. Highly recommend you check those out. I worked very hard on them, and I like to think they're good. Books, art. Oh, right. When I'm not here in LB Mojave, you can find me on Fridays at the Vampire Times play at Hatfield. And, I think that's everything except... Oh, my puppy is sleeping, but aside from that, he says hello.
Oh, babe.
Hi, Peppers. Oh.
Let's see. Cloudy, who are you and why do you exist?
Hello everyone, my name is Lord Verdon, and I play Cloudburst here on Mondays. May or may not be involved in other productions on this channel sometime later in the future, it's tough to say. And I exist to I try and solve problems. I try, but god damn it, Softy.
I'm a bad person. T103, why do you exist? And who are you?
I'm Slippery Nos, and I exist mostly to make Softy and/or Rissa uncomfortable emotionally, depending on who's running the game.
I hate it.
Just I just leaning into it at this point. I'm
hate it
here
so much.
Mondays as T103, who's coming into his emotions again now that the box is broken, and it's not great. Fridays, I'm Slip by Nosferatu, where I'm just faking it till I make it. But I'm not making it, so I'm just faking it.
He's trying his best.
My own channel, I stream looking at probably a semi-steady rotation of either Atomic Heart or Phasmophobia, depending on when I can get other people to play.
Hi, we need to play Phas again.
Yep.
Yes.
But anytime there's no ghosts, I mean, it's Atomic Heart. There's just, there's mommy robot milkers, so you're into that.
And, of course, Morning Star. Who are you and why do you exist?
To threaten my GM whenever they attempt to hurt me emotionally. Hi everyone. You can find me all over the internet as Theory Saray. I am here on Table of Horrors on Mondays playing Morningstar. I am also here on Fridays playing Acheron. I'm also maybe possibly in future things, most definitely in future things that will be running at some point. I am also part of Lanyap Gaming. You can find all of our previous VODs on YouTube of the things that we do. And sometime around December, January, we will be coming out with new things. A thing that is going to be run by yours truly that takes place in New Orleans in the 80s. And so that should be fun. And hopefully when it comes out, you guys enjoy it. I also do spicy spice stuff. If you're into that sort of thing, you can find it in my links. But be respectful or else.
Also, I just put like 3 people's links up once because I was busy checking the raid and my dumbass didn't forgot that I need to put things in. Anyway.
You're good. You're
You're doing great.
Our lovely consistent mans who was not here with us tonight was Noscavian. Our poor boy is ill, and which is why Jason is sadly ill. We will pray him a quick recovery and hope to see him at another time. I need to do a thought process because I think we will not have... Yes, we will. All right, no. I'm trying to remember when there's not going to be a game. It's not next time. It's the time after that. I will not be having a game because I'll be busy. But no, we are having a game next time.
Yes.
I am your GM, Softonomicon. Let me put my fucking links in here like a smart person. Perfect. I have my own channel where I stream video games, artwork. I draw. I have a Patreon where I'm making a coloring book. I take commissions. Here on Table of Horrors, I am Shiv's Hedgehog husband and one of the other, the other consistent DM currently. I run the Flood here on Mondays. I am about to start running on Thursdays a Vampire the Masquerade Sabbat game called Blood Price, and later on there will be there's going to be a teaser at some point, but later on there's going to be another game that's going to be going every other day on Thursdays. That's a secret right now. We'll talk about that later. I think I already said the name before, but I don't care. Teaser will be up in like 2 weeks. Calm down. And obviously on Fridays when I'm not DMing and slowly losing my mind like I am now, I play Ebony of Clan Venture and lose my mind in a different way. I'm gonna try to remember. Hey, I did it. I did the links for all of the Table Horrors links.
Hey.
We're gonna be... Fuck it. We're gonna be rating on TTRPG Academy. They're playing tabletop RPGs. I believe this is a consistent game they do. I don't actually know what system it is. I keep watching going, oh, this is interesting, and I never think about it. But hey, they're playing TTRPGs. We're gonna go say hi to them. But we can't go until Mojave says the line.
Hippocratic oath or not, when I find whoever's behind this, they are going to burn.